Wow. We made it. We made it. We're here. We're live. It's the 2021 NERDIES Comic Book Awards show. Welcome everybody to the House of Nerd. Al, good morning, man. What's going on?
Good morning.
Ooh, it's been quite the week. Both myself and Al been little under the weather, to say the least. I didn't have a voice just a couple days ago. I didn't know how we were gonna do it, but we're here. We're gonna try to bring you the best possible awards show. Thank you everybody for coming through, man. I mean, you guys have been in the live chats nice and early, entertaining us and everything. Thankful for everybody's support, everybody who comes through every week. We go live every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, here at the House Nerd Show. And we've been talking about this the nerdies here for the better part of the past month. Hey, good morning, buddy. Thank you so much for coming through, Juan. Um, we're excited. We've got a fantastic, a stellar cast of some of the top best creators in the comic book game right now. We are honestly, sincerely, truly just honored and humbled by to have all these amazing creators coming to hang out with us today, participate. We're here to celebrate the past 12 months in comics, man. We've had a great year. Wouldn't you say, El?
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
Definitely.
what a year. What a year. Just top release after top release. We've been doing this just under a year now, the House of Nerd show. So we said, we gotta celebrate, all these amazing creators, all these amazing titles. Um, Josh White, howdy, man. Hey, man, the live chat, you guys it's popping off today, man. I can't even keep up with all the comments. But what do we have in store today, Al, for everybody watching and tuning in?
Oh, we have some creators, some giveaways.
Ooh, we do have a giveaway, don't we?
We do.
We do have a giveaway. Yes. Um, this giveaway. So I wanted to give away like a CGC slab. We had said if anybody had correctly guessed all 14 of the nominations, we give away some things. Nobody won, but we still want to do something for you guys, man. We appreciate you guys, all the support. So I got a couple things, we got a signed Jason Liu book over here, X Corp. He's gonna be on the show a little later on. I'm still gonna be giving away one of these guys. A NECA Batman batarang. Who doesn't need a batarang in their home? I got a bunch of these, so you never know when you might need one. But the giveaway is pretty straightforward, man. All you gotta do, all you gotta do is drop a comment at any point during the show, and we're adding your name to the Wheel of Fortune, right? Up,
Correct.
Wheel
The
of
Wheel of
Fortune.
Fortune. Is that
Yeah, we got we got a great team behind the scenes helping us out today. Want to give a shout out to Leah. So my God, Leah, she's helping us out with some of these technical things. So if you drop in a comment, your name's added to the wheel, and at the end of the show, stick around because we'll be giving away a few books, couple other cool things. Any other business that we needed to get to before we
no,
kick?
just a thank you to everybody for all the voting. It was a lot to go through all of the all of the votes, and
Whoa.
just thank you for all of the support while we were putting this together.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Thank you guys again for all the support, man. We appreciate you guys. You guys have been fantastic coming up each and every week. Um, before we get the show kicked off in earnest, just quick reminder, please smash that like button, hit that like button, subscribe to the House of Nerd Show YouTube channel if you guys aren't already, man. We appreciate that. Man, I say let's the smoking printed hoodie. Hey, I had to do it up, class it up a little bit, Al, you got your suit on?
Oh, I'm a
That reminds
full.
me,
I don't know the different terms for suits, but it's like a 5
actually,
piece.
here, there you go. I almost forgot about this bad boy.
Not you completely disappearing, not seeing.
Wow. I mean, what do you am I rocking it right? I mean, am I pulling this?
What's
Am I
crazy
pulling this
is
off?
your head reaches the tip of the hat at the top, right?
It's
That's how long your head is.
hey hey. I mean, like it's a snug fit, man. But yeah, we had to do it up, man. Having a little, hey, gotta get a little fancy, just a little fancy, just a little fancy. And a little birdie told me too. You're all suited up. You're looking,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
sure.
Behind the
Behind
cameras.
behind the paywall.
Hey, behind the. So
Behind
how do people get behind that paywall?
depends on the
Uh,
numbers.
a little behind the scenes.
Yeah.
What numbers do we got to hit to get you on camera today? Oh, huh, huh.
So we have awards. Let's
You
change the
just,
subject.
hey, I don't know how many likes we're at right now, but if we can get to like 50 likes for the episode, Al's coming on camera. She wrote that down. We got a contract.
I don't.
Can't back out now, Al.
Okay.
You gotta do it up. The people want it. The people want it.
Okay.
Hey, man. What's the first award we're giving out tonight, Al?
The first award
this morning?
is for Horror of the Year.
Horror of the Year.
Horror of the Year.
Hor-
Horror.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Horror?
Horror?
Yes.
Horrors?
See.
Horrors. Horror of the Year. Man, I have a trouble saying it in Canadiana. Canadiana. But so for the 4 fan favorite categories, guys, we wanted to involve the House of Nerd community as much as possible. We appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are what make this show a blast each and every week. So we've got 4 members of the Han community will be announcing the awards. They've submitted videos for us, and the first award that we're going to be presenting is Horror of the Year. Again, voted on by the fans. All these awards you guys voted on, man. So we've got Melissa from the Horror Geek Life podcast and blog. She submitted a video, and I think should we get this ball rolling, Al? Let her announce the winner for the first category, first nerdy of the night or of the morning or afternoon, wherever you're at. Let's play this bad boy. Let me set this up. Boom, boom. Let's go. All right.
Hey everyone, I'm Melissa from HorrorGeekLife.com. It's a publication that covers everything horror and geek, and I'm also the host of the Horror Geek podcast. So I have the honor of announcing Horror of the Year, which is a really tough category in 2021. There is definitely no lack of excellent titles from the last year. So the 4 nominees for Horror of the Year are Philadelphia, The Audible, The Silver Coin, DC Horror Presents Soul Plumber, and the community has spoken. And based on votes from all of you, the winner is Philadelphia. So congrats to all of the nominees, and congrats to the creative talents behind Philadelphia. Very well deserved.
Hey, there you have it, folks. Philadelphia, the winner, as voted by you guys of the very first Nerdy Award. You know, horror of the year. We gotta give out one of these bad boys. Hey, check that out. Not too bad. Philadelphia from the creative team of Ronnie Barnes, Jason Sean Alexander, Lewis NCT, and Marshall Dillon. Man, uh, what a book! Volume 3. Uh, this is a story. This is a title that somehow, in all sincerity, manages to get better and better and better. And hey, I think we got someone from the Philadelphia creative team, don't we, Al?
I believe so.
I believe so. Shall we bring uh our guest on? Hey,
Hey, good morning.
good morning, Ronnie. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us here on the House of Nerds Show. The Nerdies, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and thank you for all the kind words about Philadelphia.
Hey, very happy to present with you with the very first Nerdy Award ever given out. You know, humble
Beautiful,
little
man. Thank you
little
very
statue.
much.
we
I
had we had to do it
appreciate it.
up. Man, we're so excited to have you here. Thanks for coming on again, Ronnie. You were one of our very first guests when we started out this small little show. Uh, so we're excited to open up the nerdies with you.
Well, I appreciate the attention and love you guys have given for Philadelphia from the beginning. So, likewise, I really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, Rodney. Philadelphia Horror of the Year voted on by the fans. Man, there were a lot of great uh, books in that
A lot of
category.
great books. A
A
lot of
lot of
great
great
books.
books, man. It's
Yeah.
amazing. But the fans want what the fans want, man. They love what they love. What's the secret? You guys, I mean, you guys getting
It's
bigger.
amazing. I chalk it up to Jason's art started off incredible and has just continued to evolve over time. Luis, Marshall, just the entire team, their commitment in making the book every month is it's an honor to be a part of the team. And it's amazing that as like you said, we're in the third book in the well going into the fourth arc right now, and it's a challenge always trying to find things that are meaningful and to not duplicate what we've done before. But I'm always encouraged by the enthusiasm of our fan base and all the supportive kind things that they say. And again, just to be part of a team that's so talented keeps me motivated, and hopefully we can keep it going.
And you guys are really opening up the Philadelphia universe in a big way.
It's a lot,
um
yeah.
it's incredible what you guys are doing, not only like with the spin-offs.
Yeah.
You guys got Nita Haas, but just in the Philadelphia book itself, where you guys are taking the story and really making it this kind of a universal struggle, war,
Hmm.
fight for good and evil. To see where the story has gone from issue 1 to now, man, it's been an incredible journey as a reader and as a fan. And I know the fans are excited, man. I see that the talk has not died down at all. You see online on Twitter, Instagram, the Philadelphia fans, they're loving what you guys are doing.
And I appreciate that and love them back. I think it's a testament to, again, all of the other nominees and all of the other great horror books that are out there. They set such a high standard that, you're trying really hard to live up to that standard as well in your own book, just mostly out of respect for the community and, the love of folks that love horror, and just wanting to do something unique and telling a unique story. And we are expanding the universe a lot, and hopefully being able to keep the same standard of quality and Nita and the Substack books that are part of the Philadelphia universe as well. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, I honestly I don't know how. And then you've got the spin-offs, and then you got your other books as well, right? You got Army of Darkness.
Yeah, Army of Darkness, James Bond. Doing another Star Wars book. I may be doing another miniseries from Marvel, and I have my own imprint from Zombie Love Studios where we're doing Blackula and a bunch of other cool things. So a lot of books, man. A lot of books. As a kid, I always loved comics from childhood to present. Never thought I'd be a part of it, but I'm honored to be part of the community and, just appreciative of folks like yourself and the community embracing our book and our work.
Hey, with all those titles, right? I mean, how are you doing it? Basically, you're telling us you're a machine and you don't sleep.
I don't really rest a lot. It's a lot, but again, it took so long to break into comics that I don't feel like I have the luxury to sort of back off. I haven't really um, made enough of an imprint for me where I feel like, okay, I can chill now and do one or two books or something like that. It's a lot of
Yeah.
stories over the years that I just had in the back of my mind the bunch of stories I always wanted to tell, and now having the opportunity to be able to tell them again is such an honor that what everything you see coming out is really a byproduct of years and years and years of just ideas in my head that I jotted down on notebooks and stories I started but didn't finish or
Yeah.
whatever. And now, since the opportunity is here, why not take advantage of it and do as much work as I can?
Oh, for sure, for sure. In terms of Philadelphia, I believe it's the issue number 19 out February 23rd.
Yeah,
Right. So
and I think Volume 3 just dropped a couple of weeks ago.
yeah, so everybody go and pick up volume 3 because when we tell you with all sincerity, uh volume 3, man, the book managed to get better and better. It's exciting stuff. But issue number 19, Philadelphia, out February 23rd.
Mhm.
um can you tell us anything about what fans maybe can
Yeah,
expect from New
I
York?
mean, we have werewolves now are part of the Philadelphia world, and I think what I always wanted to do with the book, narratively, is never allow it to get too big. Um, I think the strength of the book is the connectedness of the characters that you've come to know, and it, I always wanted a degree of intimacy to the storytelling. And I think even though the world is expanding, we've got a witch, we've got other historical characters that may be coming. Um, Still, our main core group um, sort of drive the book, but it's a delicate balance of trying to introduce new folks and a new environment while still maintaining the same tone. But I think Volume 4 is the one that I'm mostly excited about because a lot of questions get answered. A lot of things that people ask me when we're talking about the book. Why this, why that. A lot of those whys get answered, and I think in a really cool way. And I know folks say this sometimes. I hear writers say this about the artists that they collaborate with, but Jason's work and Luis and Marshall, it's all just continuously evolving. And I can't imagine doing the book with anyone else because their work just sets such a standard. And again, that I try to live up to. So I think Volume 4 will, for the fans that love the book, will continue to love the book because we're going in a really cool direction.
You got if it was any more possible to get any more hype, you just, man, and then teasing potentially some more historical
Yeah,
figures.
there's a couple of heavy hitters from American history that are coming, and they'll change the face of the book. It's like I try to whenever I add people, I always try to give them enough of a stage that it doesn't feel like you just forced it for the sake of just adding somebody. Like you really want them to have something that's different from the other, personality wise, their purpose in the story, all of that, you know. And the folks that are coming, they matter to the overall narrative. So
Okay,
excited to see how people receive it.
because you've already had some pretty cool, some pretty big historical figures in the book. Obviously, John Adams.
Yeah,
You
John
know,
Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Abigail Adams,
crazy.
those three. But
Which is how I've pitched it to people who don't read comics. Like, John Adams goes to see Hamilton.
and it doesn't work out well. But yes, John Adams goes, and it sort of hurts his feelings. So yeah, but that's actually how it popped into my head, was sitting in Hamilton. That scene, if you've seen Hamilton, spoiler alert. Um,
Well,
when they talk about John
spoiler.
Adams, and I always wondered, if John Adams was sitting in this audience, how would
Yeah.
he feel being made a mockery of? And so
No screen
hopefully,
time, but just getting mocked the
there
entire.
you go. No one comes out.
He
doesn't
never
get to
gets a
sing.
rebuttal. Yeah.
No, he doesn't get to
Oh,
sing,
man.
doesn't get a rebuttal, doesn't get anything. It's just a couple of jokes and footnote in history. So there you go.
Wow. Ronnie, again, congratulations, to the entire Philadelphia creative team, man. Yourself, Jason, Lewis, Marshall, fantastic.
Greg
Fantastic.
Tamburello,
Yes.
Sherrard. It's a gang of folks. Nicole.
Squad.
Yeah, it's a squad, and they handle not only that book, but Nita Hawes' Nightmare blog, and Johnny Gatlin on Substack, and Elysium Gardens that runs on Substack, and 20 Degrees Past Rigor, a zombie book that's in the Philadelphia universe that'll be on Substack. So they
Okay.
manage all of that. They, I write the stories, but they breathe life into the stories. So it's just
Absolutely.
as much theirs as it is mine. So on behalf
Absolutely.
of all of us, thank you.
You're very much welcome, and everybody needs to go subscribe. Check out the Rodney's Substack, because you guys will want to check out those spin-offs there, that are only available right now through.
Right now, it's just
Yeah.
Substack, and that's I know Substack to some. It's politically charged. It's much like COVID in a way. The way people look at Substack
Oh
sometimes.
man, crazy.
But I try to carry it as equal to the regular way comics are distributed in the world, and try to keep the quality as high, and the stories. People move across storylines. So if you like Philadelphia and you like Nita Hawes' Nightmare blog, hopefully you'll take a chance and look at the Substack stuff, and hopefully it'll live up to the same standard of quality we work for.
And you got some comments there.
Bradley.
Hey, the people are loving it. The people are loving
I
it.
gotta pay Bradley. I gotta figure out how to pay Bradley. Bradley's a ride or die.
All right,
thank you,
Bradley.
sir.
Appreciate you coming through. Mr. Barnes, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And perhaps if you stick around for a moment, we might bring you on back in just a sec. Perhaps we're not sure what's going on here.
I'm awake now. I'm awake now, so I have no choice. There's nothing else to do. I can't go back to bed. So
All right,
I'll hang
Ron.
around.
We'll see you in just a moment.
Cool, man.
All right. Pardon. Hey, there you have it, folks. Mr. Ronnie Barnes, Philadelphia winner of the Horror of the Year, man. Wow.
We'll
Wow.
see.
Is that paywall coming down? Like, what are we up right now? Are we approaching? Man, hey. So for those 50 likes and Alice coming on camera, let's just put it out there. Hey, it's a binding contract. We put it out into the universe. Shall we get into the next category?
So the next category is Colorist of the Year.
Colors of the Year.
Colorist of the Year.
Oh,
And
okay.
coloring really can add depth and emotions to an otherwise not colored page.
Mm.
Mm.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Colorist is the next category.
Colorist.
Should we just go ahead and play the nominees here? Yeah, find out who the winner is.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we do this? Yeah, let's do it. All right. Colors of the Year, folks.
We have Jordy Belair, Lewis NCT, Kurt Michael Russell, Brad Anderson, and Simon Goff. And the winner is Lewis.
Hey, Mr. Lewis, NCT, Philadelphia. Hey, I was very happy to see Lewis take home. Man, I gotta say, the comics community, the House of Nerd community, you guys are on point this year, not playing around. Lewis did want to be with us here today. Unfortunately, some things came up. So we've got the one and only Mr. Ronnie Barnes here.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
back.
Hey,
Uh,
you're
I knew it was the reason I was going to hang around. I knew it was something. I knew it was something. One of the reasons that I wanted to be here today, beyond the honor of being considered, was it's funny. I've never actually talked to Lewis before. We only email. So
okay.
it was an opportunity to actually see the human being that I email from time to time and communicate through social media. And he means so much to everything that we do. I think
For
Elle
sure.
said it a moment ago. Colorists don't get the love that they deserve. He brings so
Yep.
much to Jason's art, depth perception, just so much life and that he brings to the book. And Philadelphia is a book of shadows and color,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
much as anything else. And he blows me away with that. And his work on all the other books as well is stellar. And it's just an honor again to be able to be working with that guy. I hope we get to make books for years to come. And he's very, very, very deserving of this award.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna throw up real quick. This is one of his pages. I
Yeah, I
think
love that page. It's one of my favorite pages
yes,
throughout
thank
the
you.
run.
Yep.
And I think
Um
in the same book, there's a shot of Seesaw moving through. It's like the planets and some other stuff that's happening around, and he just nails all of the colors just perfectly.
yeah,
Better than it's funny. He and Jason, they do a thing where, as a writer, you get images in your head of what you think a panel or a scene or a page should look like, and in very all across the board they go further than I was thinking. So yeah, I put the scene, I describe the scene, and I describe the action and put the dialogue, but they blow away everything that I'm thinking, and take it to a completely different level.
go
And
ahead.
Luis is as much a part of that as anyone else. And so again, I'm honored that he's being honored and recognized, because I don't think colorists get enough love, and certainly not the one that's on the team that I happen to be on too. So high five to you guys and to Luis.
Hey, we gotta show love to the colorists and the letterers. I think I saw a comment not too long. The unsung heroes, man. Really,
Yeah,
uh, they do so much. They add so much to a book. Complete these books.
it's
So
its own art form. Just
100%.
coloring. It's fantastic for a guy that can't draw, or only understands coloring through when I was a kid with a crayon box. It's amazing to me.
We dig it here. The whole team, once again, congratulations to the whole Philadelphia team. Rodney, thank you so much for coming through, accepting the award on behalf of Lewis. And we're going to have to definitely try to get you gentlemen on together on this show
We
in the
will.
future.
We
We want
will.
to make that happen. We love what you guys are doing, man, and continued success. And we're hype. I'm hyped to check out the Lakers show.
Winning time. Winning time. The
Mhm.
I
beginning
saw
of
that
March.
trailer.
Yes.
Whew.
Beginning of March. Be able to check out Winning Time. So we're all excited about it too, and all
March.
the good
Okay.
folks at HBO, and hopefully you dig what we've done.
Ronnie, you're the man. You're big moves, big moves. You're not playing
Doing my
around.
best. I got kids. They keep getting hungry. They got stuff they want to do. They won't leave me alone.
Okay.
I gotta keep a job.
I hear that. I hear that. Continued success, Ronnie 2022.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much for joining us.
Appreciate it. Talk to you
All right,
guys soon.
Ronnie.
All
Have a
right.
fantastic Sunday.
You too. Take it easy. Bye.
All
All
right.
right.
Cheers.
Bye.
Mhm.
There you have it, folks. Lewis NCT, the winner of Colorist of the Year. Ronnie so kind enough to join us and accept on his behalf. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. Elle, what is the next category that we're looking at here? What are we talking about?
Letterer of the Year.
Letter of the Year. Hey, we were just saying, we got to give letters, colors, their due credit, man, because these guys are incredible, incredible talents. What they do, what they add to a comic book is not complete without these guys. Even myself personally, how I've come to appreciate what a letterer does over the last couple of years, man. And then Al, I think we were talking about it very recently. Now we see a letterer's name on a book, and we pick it up, we read it because of what they're doing. Their talents, man, what they're bringing. Letters, man. You gotta love them, show appreciation. So we're excited. We got our next category. I'm gonna cue it up right here. Boom, 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 boom. Letter. Let's play. Let's find out who's the winner. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Yeah. So we got Aditya Bidikar, and World Design, Hassan Asmain-Alahu, Tim Campbell, and Marshall Dillon, the finalists for Letter of the Year. There you have it, folks. Mr. Hassan Asmain-Alahu, man, congratulations, winner of the Nerdy 4 Letter of the Year 2021. It's big time. It's big time, Al. We were just saying, he's definitely one of those names. We see it on a book. We're picking it up, man. Very much deserving of the Letter of the Year. Wow. Are you surprised, Al?
No, not even.
No.
Not even.
We should have been the winner. He's the winner. He won it, deserving. It seems like he's on every other book that we're reading these days. I don't know how he does it, but I feel like we might have Hassan in the studio with us, ready to hang out. Hey, good morning.
Magic, like magic.
It is magic.
I was just somewhere else. I was outside walking. All of a sudden,
you heard that you won. You were tuning into the Nerds. You said, "Let me come hang out with these folks." And we appreciate it. Good morning. Thank you so much, Hassan, for hanging out with us today. Congratulations, Letter of the Year, Nerdy Sir, for you. That's all of you. 2021 Nerdy Letter of the Year. We had to do it up, present you guys.
I love that. That's great.
A little some. Hey, congrats, man.
Thank you very much.
From Panel by Panel. Thank you for joining us.
No, this is really cool. It's I like it's really very glitz and glam. I like it a lot.
We had to spruce it up a little bit around here.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I'm loving the. This is more. I've never seen anyone interested in comics this dressed up.
Al told me I was actually gonna come in full suit, bow tie, everything. I said, it might be a little bit much.
You shouldn't have said that, because now I'm really disappointed. I've gone from being super into it to now just wishing that you'd gone full time.
So she sent me the Amazon link to the full tuxedo.
And I know your head is sweating under that hat, that plastic.
Well, I'm sweating big time. Am I glistening? Woo! Oh yeah, this is like.
I feel really bad. I feel so underdressed.
Oh man,
Really, this is. Yeah, I should have dressed up. Next time, if I'm lucky enough, next time I'll come full.
Oh, I mean, based on your track record, it's likely.
I'll come. If lucky enough, even as a guest, I'll come full. Myself in the foot by promising this now, but I'll.
There you have it,
I'll
folks.
come 3-piece suit.
Oh man, Hassan, I gotta ask you, how in the heck are you doing it? You really are on like just about every other book that's coming out these days. What's the key to success?
I just like to be busy. I think I don't know. I don't really have a good. I don't know. I just like to. I say yes to too many things because I've been lucky enough to be. I've been lucky enough to by people that I really really like working with. To work on other things, and I haven't figured out how to say no yet. So that's sort of my 2022 New Year's resolution. Maybe not say yes to as many things, but also I just really like doing it. It's really good fun. So it's hard to say no when someone asks to letter a project. I don't know. I don't really know the answers. I just work a lot. It's a boring answer.
And it's incredible work. I'm going to throw up real quick here. I mean, just some of the books that you're working on this year. You've got Chicken Devil, you've got Home, I Breathe the Body. All just amazing books.
For which the Don't Throw Up bubble and Chicken Devil is one of my favorite bubbles ever.
The Chicken Devil, like I have somewhere. Well, we finished it now. Like
yeah.
I've done the final issue. I'm not sure if it's out yet or not, but I had so much fun. Like there was so many times where I emailed Hayden who drew that. Like whenever I opened the pages and I got like the new issues, and there was always something where I'd email Hayden being like, "This has just made me laugh out loud. I can't wait. I can't wait to like scribble all over this or whatever." But that's always a good sign, I think. Like when you're going through the pages and there's always something that just catches you off guard, and you're like, I can't wait to see how I can like add to this and jam with this. But yeah, Chicken Devil was really, really good fun. Really, really good fun. There's lots of stuff in the 4th issue as well, which I'm looking forward to people seeing because it's just silly, basically. I don't know, just they let me get away with doing a lot of really stupid stuff on that book, but in a way that I hope added to the story.
For sure, because the content could have easily been heavy. It is a heavy storyline, but when I saw that Don't Throw Up, I was crying. I was like, the same. This is not the situation I'm trying to be in.
Well, it's one of those. Yeah, I mean, Chicken Devil in particular, I think is one of those things where it's like it's on the surface of it. Like if you described what happened, it's like a really really dark book. So, but once you see the way it's been drawn and like the fun that Hayden's doing, drawing that book, you have to go. Like that's the direction you have to go in. I'm really glad that people like. It seems like the reception of that book's been really really good which has been nice because that was one of my favorites I got a lot of favorites, but that was one of the many, many favorites that I worked on last year. I had a lot of fun with that. It's funny because you work on stuff so far in advance sometimes. It's funny like that isn't finished yet when I finished working on that book like months ago. So it's funny that that's still on it, that's still coming out, but it's nice that people just see it because like I forgot some of the stuff that happened in it. And then I saw some panels again recently and I was like, oh yeah, that was really good fun. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do some more of it. I'm not sure what the plan is, but yeah, I really, really like that. I mean, I had fun with all these books. Home was really good. I love Home. Home was really, really good.
With Chicken Devil in particular, I mean, it's got like this chaotic vibe to it. It definitely seems like a book that maybe you kind of let loose a little bit, have a little bit more, fun, experiment. Was that the case?
Chaotic. Yeah, it's fair. I don't know. Sometimes for me, it's like I'm always happy to be like reined in. It's happened many times where I'll just go like, hey, like what about this? And then the reception is like just that, but down like a tiny little bit, which is good. But this was one where I just did that, and everyone was like, if anything, louder, like go like bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's always you need the right book for that. And not all lettering should be like pitched at 11. But that was a fun book where they were like, I probably went to 11 and they were like, take it to like 14 or 15. So I was like, okay, let's go. Let's just throw everything at this.
I love it.
Which is always a fun project.
And that's the beautiful thing about what you do and what all these great letterers do is, man, you add this flavor, this element, you add to it to a book. At times,
hopefully in a good way.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, myself and I, we've lost track of how many times we've commented on just specifically what lettering does to a book. So very much appreciative of your guys' craft and talent, man. You know, time is short for on this episode, but Hassan, we definitely we want to bring you on in the future, man, and really go in
Always
depth,
happy to talk about lettering, always.
and
I'll
the
bring a
different
suit.
books you're doing. Yeah. I know Elsa, we gotta bring Hassan on for like a good 90-minute 2-hour episode. Want to focus on and really kind of dig into that mind of yours and that incredible talent.
Yeah, whenever, just let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. Hassan, thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us. Again, congratulations, colorist letter of the year. Very, very much deserving of that award, man. We're looking forward to everything that you're going to be releasing in the future. Is there anything, maybe anything you can let us know coming up, upcoming works?
Yeah, this is off the top of my head, very bad at remembering this. The thing I suppose that was most recently announced was I'm doing like a DC Black Label book with the Rogues with Josh Williamson and Leo Max and Matt Lopez, and I think that's in March. So we've done an issue of that already. It's really fun. It's really beautiful. So I'm looking forward to that. And then just the stuff that I can't remember off the top of my head. I would have planned it better. But loads of other things that I'm very excited about.
So the Rogues, we got that to look forward to. That's gonna be incredible. Joshua Williamson, man. Okay, well, we'll keep our eyes peeled for that. Thank you again so much, Hassan, for coming.
Thanks for having me on.
And we hope to have you on again in the near future.
For sure, 100%.
Have a great Sunday.
And you, catch you later.
All right, cheers. All right, there you have it, folks. Letter of the year. Ooh, we're rolling through. Man, I'm sweating.
You want to duck under to switch your hat out?
I feel like I got to replace the the plastic with the regular hat. What's our next category? We got to keep it rolling, man. We got guests to get to.
Best new series.
Best new series? Best new series. Wow. This one, there was a lot of heavy hitters in this one, A lot of heavy hitters, man. Best new series is always fun, right? I think something about picking up a book, don't know much about it, and just gonna be blown away, surprised. So yeah, and I'm this darn cold, man. But let's get into it. Best new series. Let's find out who the winners. Not playing around here. Let's go. For your finalists, the Blue Flame, Darling, Geiger, Shadecraft, and Batman Urban Legend. Who's winning? Oh! There you go. Un aplauso. Wow. Hey, you're happy about that, El?
Yeah.
One of your favorites?
One of yours too, huh?
One of my favorites. Hey, you know it. Hey, what's that? What's that? What's going on over here? I mean, you guys already know how much we love Darling here on the House of Nerd Show, man. Whoa, so we were super excited to see you guys vote this one in, man. Again, I can't say enough about the comics community, the House of Nerd community. You guys are some comics connoisseurs, smart readers, man. And it just so happens that we have, for the very first time ever together, Darling creative team. Let's bring them on. Mr. Dave Mims, Mr. Michael Flyzak, and Mr. Todd Hunt. What's going on?
This is amazing.
What's up?
Sergio, thank you so much. But I think as exciting as Best New Series, which is absolutely incredible, kind of mind-blowing for us, especially being up against Batman, is being in the room with Dave Mims. Yeah,
Hey.
You guys hear me okay?
Dave,
okay?
Yeah, we can hear you okay. Yeah, it's funny. This is like we're
this is history in the making. The three of us have never even been on the same video chat before. So it's great to see Dave. It's incredible.
I don't know
and of course, it's good to be with you guys.
Have we talked on the phone even? I don't think so.
We talked on the phone, I think, one time.
Yeah, maybe once.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Amazing. Well,
We're
Sergio
excited to
L,
have all three of you on.
thank you, and obviously all of your fans so much. I mean, we're kind of look at that.
Look at that bad boy.
Trophies and everything.
That's
We're really
awesome.
just blown away. And the darling Sean Von Gorman Miller homage looks just about as good as your hat, Serge.
Hey, even better, even better, even better. Man, excited to have all three of you guys on here. Michael, I gotta say that the beard from the last time you guys were on really coming in nicely.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. It's like I'm like Tim Allen in the Santa Claus. Like when he tries to shave the beard and he's like, F this, I'm not going to be Santa, and then it goes back like 30 seconds later. That's pretty much me. So
it's impressive.
I don't manage it; it manages me.
Okay, and Dave, thank you so much for coming through. I think you've jumped in the live chats a couple times in the past on the show. So we're excited to finally have the artist of Darling, man, and gotta say, love what you're doing with that book, man. Just from the first page when I opened up that first issue, man, just blown away, really kind of taken in by what you're doing.
Thank you.
You guys are crushing it, man. It's a marriage made in comic book heaven. What do we have to look forward to in terms of the future of Darling?
Lots of stuff to look forward to. We got our finally. We had some printing delays, but finally the collected edition is out, and people should check it out because we have like 50 pages of concepting and cover art galleries and all kinds of crazy stuff. So that's awesome. That's out now. You can order that through.
We actually kind of at the last minute added in a few pages of actual journal pages from Mike's brother, which we've referenced a few times as kind of being the inspiration of how we got started. But we added some actual journal pages in.
Real quick. I was trying to full screen. Yeah, let's check that out. Boom. Okay. Yep.
And we're going to be doing something really, really cool. I don't want to give it away yet. Mike says that I'm consistently giving away the farm, so I'm going to try to hold back a little bit. We're going to be doing something really cool with Mike's brother's actual journal pages for our cover Bs for the next arc. So definitely look forward. The cover Bs are going to be probably the most unique cover Bs of all time. And the two people working on them are just, it's the coolest thing ever. So
yeah,
it's really exciting.
Have we teased Dave's cover A? Because his A cover is awesome for 5.
Yeah, so the next arc comes out next fall. It's called 6 Impossible Things. It will be a 6-issue arc, and this is the cover from essentially what is issue 5, but is issue 1 of the new arc. This is the cover A for the next issue.
Okay, wow. Is that that's the is that the character, was it Mike?
Yeah, Future Mike.
Yep.
Future Mike, that's right. Yeah.
And the thing I think we're most excited about with this new arc is I feel like I'm consistently saying this about Dave, but it's Dave's best work that he's ever given us. And I feel like if we just let a week go by and give him a new page, we then get the best work that Dave has ever given us. Like, it's just consistently heightening the story and impressing us, so we know that the audience will love it. But Mike has mentioned on the show in the past that we really like trying to kind of paint Dave into a box, into a situation where we feel like it would be almost impossible to do what we see in our heads without without it even being physically possible. And Dave always does and always blows us away.
Yeah.
I think I said that's not possible to myself like 20 times.
Oh, you have? We actually kind of just have this vision of you being like, all right, I can do that. Cool.
Yeah, most of the time I'm like, these guys are fucking crazy.
We'll write Dave like a a multi-page brief for like just a couple pages, like really long. We'll throw in all kinds of source imagery, and then we'll just get to the end and say, but like make it better.
Yeah,
we'll be like, but like make it all your style and make it much better than this. It's it's just so funny that we kind of Todd and I like to talk a lot and give a lot of information, but at the end, Dave can really just kind of like hone right in on like the element of the scene that we were trying to get. So that's incredibly helpful, and we've developed a shorthand in kind of how we work. And after the first 3 or 4 pages of the project, we trusted David implicitly. It's just not even it's not even a question.
Yeah, I have to feel like even nailing Francis initially, I had like super doubts where I was going to email you guys, like just because they're so close to you guys personally.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to get this right. Like this is someone new, like they loved. And,
Mike, do you want to show that?
There were times I was like, I don't think I'm going to nail this for him. Like maybe you should find someone else, But it was kind of cool because then you get over those humps. And then
do you actually have Mike? Can you zoom in on the bottom one on the left side where he's standing in between the cars? So like that bottom left panel was the first drawing that Dave ever did, and we certainly didn't describe it right. But Dave, I remember when we were doing that and trying to nail Francis's look, which you can see at the top left panel there. The scene that you drew with the taxis and the exhaust coming out and kind of like being winter in 1970 or early 80s New York City, like we knew you were the dude. It was just a matter of figuring out exactly. But like Francis wasn't right at that point, but the art style and everything you drew around him was so exactly what we were looking for that we were like, it's just going to take time, but that's definitely going to be the look that we need for this. And we've said consistently on every show that we've done over the past year, Darling would not be Darling without Dave Mims. Yeah. Mike and I could write all we want, but we could never present this story in the way that we see it in our heads without Dave, because Dave sees it in his head more clear than we do. Like we can put it on a page, but when we see Dave come up with his version of our page, we're always impressed. And like, it's a great piece of teamwork, the way that it all comes together. It's constantly impressing me.
And in the next arc, we really what's really fun is we start to get even more meta, which I think allows Todd and I to give Dave even more strange challenges that don't really make sense.
Yeah.
We'll be like, do this. We think this will happen here. And it it'll be narrative breaking, or it'll break the fourth wall. Yeah. Or, we'll have a whole lot of fun, and Dave is consistently nailing that stuff too. So we've yet to stump him as hard as we've tried. As we've tried. And
we have in issue 6, we actually have an introduction of a new character. And it was one of those scenes that kind of came to Mike and I in a flash. Like we wrote it overnight and sent it to Dave. And it's probably one of my favorite scenes of all time. So there's just so much to look forward to.
Maxine. Is that with the smoke?
No, Maxine.
Okay.
Well, we're looking forward to it. We know the comics community is looking forward to it. They voted you guys best new series. I mean, thank you. We're up against some titans like Geiger, the legendary Frank, Jeff Johns. Well deserving. What you guys have together have done with this book, just simply incredible. We're looking forward to the next volume. And when it is slated to come out, we're going to ask all 3 of you gents to come back on the show, and we're going to talk about the next volume. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us.
Thanks for having us.
And once again, congrats. There you go, guys.
I love the trophy.
2021 Best New Series. Much, much deserved, guys.
Amazing.
Thanks for coming through with us, hanging out.
Thank you, Serge. Thank you, Elle. Thank you guys so much for all the support over the past few months. It really means the world to us.
Thanks, everyone.
You guys are the best. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
All right. There you have it, folks. Best new series, Darling, man. The voters are not playing around. You guys know your stuff. What is our next category?
Kickstarter of the year.
Oh, Kickstarter of the year. Elle, you're a bit of a Kickstarter connoisseur. You want to give people A little bit
So
of
Kickstarter is where you can get your projects crowdsourced versus, you know, release it independently versus, well, there's some publishers that use it too, but mostly, you know, indies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of great content that came out last year is when I especially got into it. I backed like 25 projects last year. So it's a really cool way to read new books by people you might not necessarily be able to read their work any other way.
And I gotta agree with their comment there. Elle is the Kickstarter queen. She knows her stuff, man. She's put me on to a few things. And we have so this is one of the fan favorite categories. So we got House of Nerd community member. He's guested a couple times now. Joey P. Joe Paquette. He will be announcing the winner of the Kickstarter of the Year category. Let's play. Let's find out who's taking home the crown.
Hey everyone. Hope you've been enjoying the Nerdies so far. I'm Joe Paquette. Many of you may know me from Twitter and Instagram as 00 Joe Paquette. Others may also know me from a little show called The Pink Buzz that airs Friday nights at 9 p.m. I've been kindly asked to present the Nerdie for the category of Kickstarter of the Year. So without further ado, let's get to the nominees. First up, we have Capable, followed by Zombie Date Night. Next up, we have Killtopia Volume 3. And last but not least, we have Triple. Let's see. The winner is Capable. Congratulations on the Nerdie for Kickstarter of the Year. Enjoy the rest of the show, everyone.
There you have it, folks. Hey, Kickstarter of the Year, Capable. Hey, had to switch it up. Had to just
Wait, are you sure that was off screen?
That was off screen.
Are you sure?
So. I hope so.
I hope so too.
Hey, big congrats to the entire Capable team. Jonathan Hedrick. We got Gino Casmianto on art. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Priya Pilley, Steve Ekstrom, and Jerome Gagnon. What they did with this book, man. Hey, this was one of your favorites, eh?
Yeah, actually it was.
Man, and I think we might have one of the creative team. Hey,
hey, how's everyone doing?
Not too shabby, man. Not too shabby. Jonathan, congratulations. Kickstarter of the Year. This Nerdy, sir. There you go.
Wow. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming to hang out with us today.
Yeah.
You know, I know Al's been raving about your books, and slowly, you know, I've been checking out. You got Recount is out. Has been great. What are some of the other books?
So Recount's pretty much, you know, my biggest book right now, especially with the movie news recently. I also have my zombie series, the Freak Show books. I call the Freak Show Kingdom. I have a new all ages book out now called Space Cadet. Capable, of course, and Quicksand are some of my more popular books. And I've done several anthologies as well. So, well, I should say I've been included in several anthologies.
Awesome. For those who might not be familiar with Capable, can you give a bit of a quick synopsis and what that book is about? Because it's great content, man.
Thank you. The concept of Capable is it's set in a world where one day people who are disabled start to begin to gain superpowers that are opposite of what their handicaps were. So the main character, for example, Derek Davidson, who is in a wheelchair because he can't use his legs, suddenly becomes a speedster like the Flash or Quicksilver. And so this is a world where superheroes didn't exist at all. And then one day, we have these superpowered individuals, and they're all people who used to be the complete opposite of what we would think a super human person would be. So hence the name Capable.
That's fantastic, and I think what's so great about that book is, you know, it's giving you know, a platform, an audience that, you know, for a segment of society that might not really maybe represented as much in comic books or in media as
Right.
they should be.
Yeah, and I didn't go into making this comic book with the intent of, you know, being on a soapbox for the people with disabilities community, especially since I'm not a person that identifies as, you know, someone in that community. However, you know, being someone who has friends and colleagues that are in that community, and for example, my editor who on Cable, who's edited issues 2 through 6, she has cerebral palsy, so she is balances and does like checks for accuracy and keeps me from doing anything that would be inappropriate. So yeah, I didn't want to go in there trying to speak for someone that you know, that community should speak for themselves, but I also wanted to make sure I wasn't insulting anyone as well. So I'm very happy with the response I received from Capable so far. It's near and dear to my heart. I love the story so much, and yeah, and for it to be considered even nominated for a Kickstarter of the year, with, I mean, there's so many books that are on Kickstarter at any given moment of time. I mean, Kickstarters, that these books that get like 5-figure funded with hundreds and hundreds of backers. It means a lot to me that, you know, Capable gets recognized. So thank you.
I think one of the like a testament to, you know, to you was that not only are the books are quality, the writing, the art, the actual physical copies are amazing. They're packed amazingly. I think both times that I've backed your projects, I've gotten them within a month, if that long. So I think like just knowing that your projects are reliable lends a big hand in, you know, it's easily to be like, oh yeah, I'll back his stuff.
Right. Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out too. Yeah, I guess that should be considered too, those aspects of a campaign when nominating an award for Kickstarter, because I do the fulfillment myself. My apartment turns into this like huge streamlined like factory where I'm the one-man army. Like any flat surface becomes a workstation. I got like Gemini mailers on this one, tape on this one, my scale, my labels, and I don't go into it. Yeah, I don't go into a Kickstarter until I have maybe 3/4 or more of the book done. You know, there's some controversy with that. People are like, well, why do you need the funding if the book's almost done? Well, I can't start the book unless I have some type of capital in the first place. So, you know, hopefully that type of mentality is dying out as Kickstarters are getting more and more accepted by the comics community and the fans. But yeah, I can't tell you how many times I backed the campaign, and like a year later, I'm still getting updates about the progress. I'm like, why'd you even launch it then? You know, I forgot that I even backed it. I'll get a Gemini mailer, and I'm like, oh yeah, I backed this. I guess I'll read it now.
Well, I think it's great that, you know, I mean, as a consumer, as a reader, kind of that safety net, knowing that, you know, 3/4 or whatever, the majority of the book is ready, and then it's just that last bit to go. And then, you know, once the fulfillment hits, and then not too long afterwards, you know, you're going to be grading this great material in the mail. So you know, keep doing what you're doing, Jonathan. You know, the recount was massive this year. Capable, great. And what can we look forward to in 2022 from you?
Yeah, so there's going to be a prequel one-shot for the recount coming out in the first half of 2022. That's called the Recount Preamble. That's a 36-page one-shot. So look out for that from Scout. They should be soliciting that within the next couple of months for you to pre-order at your local comic book shop. Capable 5 is all the pencils and inks are done with that one. Waiting on colors for that. I just turned in the script to the artist, Gino Casmianto, who's been killing it this entire time. He's working on issue 6. I want to get issues 5, 6, and 7 completed, and then I'm going to hand them over to the publisher that I signed on to release Capable as, through comic book stores called Second Sight Publishing.
Mm-hmm.
And then more Quicksand on the way. I just finished a campaign for issues 1 through 3. The Capable 1 through 3, the one that was nominated for this award, was my biggest campaign as far as highest dollar amount funded and backers up until Quicksand 1 through 3, which just ended. So look for that. Like I mentioned, the Space Cadet, that should be in stores this Wednesday. There was some distribution, printing delays, 2020 to 2022 problems. Please, everyone, go out to your comic book stores and ask your LCS if you can get a copy of the Space Cadet. It's an all ages book. I'm really proud of that one. Kind of shows my diversity as a writer, and I think you'll really enjoy it.
Hey, we're gonna check it out here on the House of Nerd Show for sure. For sure, we're gonna check that one out. Jonathan, thank you so much for coming through. We'd love to have you on again in the future.
Anytime. Just reach out.
Perhaps for that recount prequel, man. We'd love to get into that. Congrats again. Kickstarter of the year, much deserved. Thanks, Jonathan. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
There you have it, folks. Mr. Jonathan Hedricks, winner of the Kickstarter of the Year category. Man, we're running a slightly behind schedule, so we're gonna try to keep it moving. But just a quick reminder on the giveaway. Again, all you have to do is drop a comment in the live chats, and we're adding those names into the Wheel of Fortune there, and we're gonna be giving away some cool stuff. And I just got a little bit of information here that Mr. Jason Liu, who's gonna be on the show in a little later, just in a short time, he's been so kind and gracious. He's gonna throw in an advanced copy of the All-Nighter. It's coming to physical. It's the digital series, but he's throwing that into the giveaway. So, folks, hey, be sure to drop a comment in and stay till the end, man, because he just made that giveaway that much better. But let's keep it moving. What is our next category?
Interior Artist of the Year.
Interior Artist of the Year. It's a biggie. It's a biggie with some big names, man. Some massive names. Some just super talented creators and artists. We're excited to get into this one. Do we have that here? Let me cue up that. My mic's in the way there. Interior Artist of the Year. Let's hear who the finalists are again and find out who the winner is. Yeah. So Martin Simmons, Felipe Andrade, Gary Frank, Jacob Phillips, and Alvaro Martinez Bueno. Another lineup is taking it home. Hey, Mr. Gary Frank, legend, man. Work on Geiger, simply fantastic, man. Simply fantastic stuff. Hey, how much? I mean, we've spoken about Geiger quite a bit this year.
Quite a bit, man. For those who might not be regulars, you guys know how much we love Geiger. What Gary Frank did on that book, the interior art this year, man, was just next level, incredible. Him along with Brad Anderson on colors, man. Ooh, beautiful book to look at, and we got a treat for you, folks. We got a treat for you. We're lucky, we're honored, we're humbled to have with us today the legend in the game, one of the best to ever do it,
Mr. Gary Frank. Thank you so much, Gary. Welcome to the House of Nerd Show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you, and thanks to everybody that voted for me. It's it's really nice to get an award. You kind of, you can probably tell from my accent, I'm kind of a little bit far away, and it's kind of hard to know how these things are going down all the way across the Atlantic in the States. So yeah, this is really, really nice.
You're coming through loud and clear. We know you're coming to us from across the pond. You, sir, are the winner of the 2021 Nerdy Interior Artist of the Year.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Very, very much deserved.
Thank you.
I don't know what else that we can say about this book that we haven't already, but just simply incredible.
Yeah, you've been very kind.
I mean, you make it so easy to just be a big fan of this book, really. I mean, from the very first preview pages, you know, everybody here, myself, Al, we were just blown away by the interior art.
Thank you.
It's just a treat. What's it been like to work on a book like Geiger this year? What can you tell us about the process?
It was great. Sure. It's, I mean, we're kind of, the creative team is pretty much the same as the last few issues we've done, or the last three projects from DC. So there's Jeff, and then there's Brad.
Yes.
And we even had Brian come back in editorial, and yeah, there's a few new names, a few Steve, Pat, other guys that kind of have helped to get the thing together. But it's in terms of the actual process, it's not really changed that much. But what has changed, obviously, is it's kind of it's weird to be. I mean, I've been doing this thing for kind of nearly 30 years now, and to be stepping away from Marvel and DC and doing something which is kind of just kind of out there and a new thing, and throwing it out there and hoping that people are receptive to it. I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't a little nervous, but yeah, it's hugely satisfying because it's something which is kind of a little bit closer to us. You know, it's kind of it's a more personal project. So yeah, it's nice
for sure. And then, you know, this being you know, an original IP, kind of where did you come up with the idea, the design? We've got Geiger there on the left. How did that come about? How did you guys put that together?
That was, I mean, Jeff had kind of like the idea, the story idea, but without really kind of, you know, we were talking about it and how the visuals would go. And when I was just sketching stuff, I just had the idea, because of the radiation thing. I just kind of had the idea of an X-ray. So I wanted him to look like an X-ray to kind of echo that feeling of, you know, what's going on, the fact that he's been disintegrated by radiation and kind of like reassembled. So he's kind of you know, a walking ass kicking X-ray.
So one of the most badass characters this year. We've had a lot of fun with this, and you guys have a giant 80-page or so special coming out, I believe is it March?
I think it's before that. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Yeah, I thought it was coming out. I don't know. You probably know better than me. Yeah, I did my bit quite a while ago. So, but there were so many people involved that it's been quite a long process after I kind of stepped away. So,
right,
yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, we've got some great people working on that as well. Some new writers and some great artists.
So that will be coming out very soon, shortly. And are we returning to the Geiger world and continuing the single issue stories?
Exactly. It's going to be kind of flashing bits out. There's some Geiger, but there's also a lot of kind of fleshing out the world, the people that we were introduced to in Las Vegas and people like that, and also another character which I don't really want to say too much about because it's the beginning of another project that Jeff's going to be handling with I guess probably Yeah, no, I'm not sure how much I can say about that, so I'll keep quiet about that. But yeah,
you can tell us it's a tiny family at the house. Right? We won't say anything.
Okay, yeah. No, I don't know what they've got planned with the with the announcements and stuff. So I better.
Oh, no problem. I think one of the great things about a Geiger that we loved so much, it's got it's action packed, interesting story, but it's it's emotional at its core, and the journey that our main character kind of goes through. It really. I think myself and Al, it was at least once or twice throughout the series that we had a little bit of a salty discharge, and
yeah, that's the goal.
The story and the art, amazing.
Well, I think that's really what it needs to all be about. You have to care about the people that you're reading. If you want to kind of really be dragged into the story and really involved, you need to care about them. It's all very well thinking up a cool superpower, but if you don't care about the characters, then it's a different experience. It's not the same experience as when you really kind of you care about them and you feel that they're real.
Yeah, all the characters, very down to earth. They do feel real, even though they're in this kind of fantastical dystopian future.
Yeah. Well, I think even Geiger, I mean, even when you have a character which looks kind of just crazy and doesn't look in any way realistic, at the core there's kind of a human aspect, and this lonely guy who's lost his family. You need to feel it, because he's kind of on that journey to kind of rediscover himself. He's lost something huge from his life, and I don't think he doesn't set out to find it, but somewhere along the way he does.
With those kiddos or the kiddies, how's it? How the kids?
Man, Tariq is such a good character, and really like one of my favorite new characters of recent time. So to see him interacting, like the more he's explored in the book, like, because I really didn't know what to expect going into Geiger, but man, one of my favorite books for sure.
Thank you.
Gary, a career, spanning, 30 years, going back to the 90s. You were one of the first artists that, I kind of seen on a comic book page. You've drawn them all, Hulk, Superman.
You must have been very young then. You look a lot younger than me. I'm guessing that you must have been a kid when you were picking that stuff up.
It's good genes. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, in his 50s.
But is there any character or book that you haven't drawn or worked on that you'd like to draw in the future?
There are characters that I loved to read as a kid, which I kind of grew up. I just adored Spider-Man. I used to read. My introduction really into comics, I never really kind of read the UK comics. I always read American stuff, mainly Marvel. But my introduction was always in the Marvel UK reprints of the American stuff. So they would do like kind of weekly versions of the comics, often in black and white. And I used to follow Spider-Man, and I just used to read everything which was Spider-Man. But at some point, kind of going through, as we keep pointing out after many years, it would get to a point where you kind of realize that wanting to draw that character is different to drawing that character. It's nice to do that character because they mean something to you. But for instance, the things which I like to draw are I like to draw faces. So, and I hate drawing buildings. So the idea of drawing a Spider-Man book is probably not massively appealing to me, because you get to draw a lot of buildings and a guy that you very, very rarely see his face. So the main thing for me, the main thing I look for is kind of just the story, as you guys have been saying with Geiger, a story that you feel for the characters. And I know when I'm working with Jeff, he's got a similar approach. He likes to get to kind of the core of the humanity of a character, and I like that. So that gives me kind of satisfaction. The things which I enjoy drawing are kind of like small details in facial expressions and the acting, getting characters to act and feel real. So if I get the opportunity to do that, I'm less concerned with who the character is or how cool the costume is.
and the emotion absolutely jumps off the pages in Geiger and your other work. Once again,
thank you,
Gary. Congratulations, Artist of the Year. Wow.
Thank you, guys.
And I gotta say, it really is. It's an honor. I'm a bit, starstruck, geeking out here, man. One of my all-time favorites, and really is sincerely, one of the best to ever do it, Gary. We hope that we can have you on again on the show and really get into things in a little deeper. But thanks for coming to hang out with us. And
thank you very much.
Congratulations, and have a fantastic Sunday.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thanks,
okay,
Gary.
I'm looking forward to the rest of the show.
All right, cheers. There you have it, folks. Mr. Gary Frank, man, legend. Hey, listen, we had a whole bunch of cool creators hanging out with us today, but I gotta say that one was a little special for me personally. Very much looking forward to having him on, and what a great guy. Now let's keep it moving. Mm-hmm. We're rolling. We're in a groove now. What's the next category?
Best digital series.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go, madame. Would you care to do a little intro on that, or what's going on here?
These are stories that are told digitally. Comic books.
You don't say.
Yeah. Released in a digital space.
Okay. Hey, listen, digital comics. Is it just me?
They're accessible. They're more affordable in some ways. They take up less space.
They've taken a big jump, it seems like, in popularity this year.
For sure.
Man,
especially, in some instances where, you're not able to leave the house, but you want to read something new.
Yeah. So, we're excited. We're proud to, put a spotlight on the amazing digital content out there, man. Don't sleep. I know my boy Dragon Ranger. I seen him in the chats earlier. I don't know if he's still around. Get on that digital, man. Hey, listen, I'm an OG head. For years, I said no, I don't do digital, but I can't ignore the amazing content anymore, man. So fully on the train. Let's find out. Let's find out who's taking it home this year, man. Best digital series. Let's go. All right.
So we have Night of the Ghoul, The All-Nighter, Lost Falls, Clear, and Snow Angels.
Ooh. Heavy hitters. Heavy hitters there.
And the winner is The All-Nighter.
Great book. Hey. Congrats to the All-Nighter creative team. Man, how good has that book been?
Fantastic.
I went into that issue not realizing really what it was about, and just from the jump, from page one, pleasantly surprised. Any one of those books could have won it this year, but you guys voted the All-Nighter best digital of the year, man. And one thing that I love about that book, it features an all-star cast of Toronto's finest, homegrown, born and raised in Toronto in the 6th. We gotta show love to the Toronto mandem, so let's bring them on out. Creative talents, Mr. Jason Liu and Mr. Paris Aline. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for having us.
There you go. Nerdy.
That's awesome.
Hey. That's digital series, man. Hey, thanks for coming to hang out with us today. The All-Nighter, man. What a fantastic book.
Agreed.
What can you guys tell us about this series, and what is it with the Toronto Waters, man, that makes such great creative? I don't know, man. We got so many guys from the Toronto area. You guys are just killing it.
I don't know. We're just that good, I guess.
Hey.
Damn, we're not going out with no modesty.
Just kidding. We can see that now that we won.
How did you guys, all kind of come together for, you got Chip writing, Jason on art, Paris crushing the colors. I think even the editors, Toronto, right?
Allison O'Toole.
Yeah, man.
The only person who's not from Toronto is Aditya Bedekar, who's our letterer, who's based in India. I think he's like an award winner letterer as well. Yeah, like we got the best letterer in our books from Afterlift to the All-Nighter.
And Afterlift, by the way, one of my favorite books. And I will admit that I read it and it was like the middle of the night. Everybody was asleep. And I got to like the last little bit and like I'm weeping, but I'm trying to be quiet. And I'm like, I hate this book so much. But I'm like trying to be quiet. But it was so good.
Thank you.
I mean, thanks.
It felt like a bit of a personal story. Especially when it's something that anyone can relate to about the decisions that we make in life. If we are worthy to be in the good place in the afterlife, and like the people that feel that we're not good enough, like maybe we are, and the people that think that like, oh yeah, we're definitely deserving to be in heaven, like maybe are not deserving. So yeah, it answers those kind of questions through this ride through hell.
Right. And it was funny because like from the outside, I'm like, oh, I'm here for a good time. And then I was like, oh, I'm just bawling now. I'm just gonna bawl the rest of the time. That's fine.
We got some fans of the coloring and the art. Simply incredible.
Thank you. Hey, I appreciate any kind words on the colors. This is both these books, all Afterlift to All-Nighter. They've been, I don't know, maybe my most fun projects to color, honestly. Like, and I'll say I color a lot of things, and a lot of times, I don't really feel in it that much. But this is the ones I'm actually having fun while doing it. So I feel like it definitely comes across.
Oh, 100%. Like, again, with all sincerity, this page in particular, man, the whole bridge sequence, when I saw, the art and the colors, it just pops, and just kind of just one of those, just staring at it and just really kind of soaking it in and enjoying all of this, man. Really enjoying what you guys are doing. I gotta say, hoping that you guys can continue to work together, because between Afterlift and this, you guys are crushing it, man. It feels like you guys have hit a groove. I don't know if there's what projects you guys have coming out in 2022, or any plans to work together again?
Well, we're working on a second arc for the All-Nighter. I think it was already announced when the All-Nighter was debuted that there is going to be a Amazon TV production involved with the All-Nighter. So we're trying to build as much content before the TV series will eventually get produced.
Yeah, I'm on All-Nighter right now. I won't lie.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. So there's going to be a TV show.
Eventually, yeah.
Whoa.
That's in the works. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You guys are big time now. you guys are big time now, man. Doing it up. Okay.
We just know the right people thanks to the kind people of Comixology, especially Chip Mosher, the creative director, who he's pretty much like our general manager of the entire project, whereas in like Allison O'Toole's like our like Ted Lasso, like Chip Mosher, he's like the GM of Comixology, and he just has a lot of great resources thanks to Comixology. So expect big things with the All-Nighter.
That's crazy, and that's funny because we were saying on this show, I think when we were reviewing issue 1, that this just this classic comic book feel to it, and very much you could see it. It'd be great to see it as a as a TV show. So to hear that news, that's fantastic. We're going to be looking forward to that and to the second volume. You guys are currently working on, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's dope.
A lot of familiar monsters, like more monsters in comparison to Volume 1. It's a nice spin of like the monsters that we grew up with, like the Universal ones. Like in this kind of setting where it's a world where there's no superheroes, and so they got to come up with their own superheroes, their own superhero myths, in a world of monsters.
Looking forward to the future story arcs, and Jason, we gotta thank you so much. As I mentioned not too long ago, you're gonna be throwing in an advanced copy. Whoa! Okay.
This right here.
Wow!
An advanced, hot off the presses, published by Dark Horse Comics. Just comes out February 16th. So the winner, I'm actually gonna like ship this out maybe a couple weeks later. That way, it's the winner will get it close to the release date. But yeah they will get themselves an advanced copy of the All-Nighter.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of. It has issues 1 to 5, plus a lot of concept designs of the characters, a lot of bonus material in this first volume.
Looking forward to that. So thank you guys so much for your generosity. So stay tuned, folks. At the end of the show, we'll be doing that giveaway, and one lucky winner is gonna get that bad boy all-nighter. Hey, I'm gonna be picking up a physical copy myself. And before you gents get out of here, I just want to say, Paris, personally, man, my first introduction to your work, you did this crazy dope coloring to a Miles Morales. I wish I had the picture to throw up here, but I seen it like on your Twitter feed. I think it might have been earlier this year. Just incredible stuff, man, that you're doing.
No, I drew that one. I didn't use color it.
Oh, you drew it and colored it.
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. So looking forward to more of your work, and you guys keep doing it up, man. Continue to put amazing Toronto talent on the map. You guys are killing it. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks again, honestly.
Very much.
On behalf of the whole team, Chips and RC Ellison and Adidia.
I'm proud for all Toronto was saying that. Thank you still. And we'd love to have you guys on again, man, and maybe go into a little bit more detail on the All-Nighter and your other works, man. Give the book and your guys' amazing work justice and time. So thanks again, and we hope to see you guys soon.
For sure.
For sure. I'd love to be on at some point. So yeah, definitely.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great Sunday. And thanks again, Jason Purse. All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, man. That's awesome. One lucky winner. Al, can you guys throw my name into that giveaway? Or is that possible?
No, thank you.
Hey, right now, for any of my peeps at home, log into my burner account. Just drop a couple comments in there, man. I'm trying that. Hey, that's dope, man. Very, very cool. Very, very cool, man. Awesome, guys. Toronto, love it. What is our next category, man?
Cover Artist of the Year.
Cover Artist of the Year. This one was one of those that we had just a tremendous amount of different write-in votes because there's just the amount of talent out there. I mean, really could have gone to anybody. But let's get right into it. Let's find out who the finalists and who's the winner of the Cover Artist of the Year category.
Orzu, Jeff DeCall, Lee Bermejo, Kale New, and Maria Wolf.
Oh, okay. Heavy hitters. Hey,
Orzu.
it's Zoo Orzu. That's awesome. Man, this comic community, this House of Nerd, you guys, man, listen. I'm not saying that you guys are picking all the correct winners, but you guys, man, on point. You guys really are, man. Man, listen, Zoo has Al's been raving about her work, man. You know, anytime she posts something on Instagram, she's DMing me, you know, her latest work and myself, you know, back and forth. I mean, she's one of those ones that I mean, we love her work. So we are super duper excited to have with us today the one, the only Miss Zoo.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Can you hear me all right?
You come loud and clear.
Hi.
Man, how's it going?
Pretty good. It's like 1:30 in the morning here, into Monday morning in Singapore.
You're living in the future. It's
Yes, I
Monday.
am.
Wow.
Yes, I am.
Wow.
So far, so good.
1 a.m. your time. You're a trooper. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
through
Thank you.
and you know at this crazy late hour to hang out with our little show. We appreciate it very much.
I'm super honored. Thank you so much. I couldn't believe that I won the nominations. I'm a fan of all of their works and the artists. So I was really surprised to get that follow-up email saying that, hey, you won. I'm like, really? Are you sure?
Oh
So
no.
I'm super stoked about this. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone. Hello, everyone in chat.
It's you know, the House of Nerd, the comics community, they voted you and very much deserving. Right
Yay.
there, you got your very own House of Nerd, the Nerdie Award.
I love that. That's super cute.
Man, you know, honestly, with sincerity, your work is just it's breathtaking. It's breathtaking. We love your stuff.
Thank you so much.
I've been personally a big fan since you know, some of your earlier. I was first put on to you by this great stuff. Punk Mambo
Cool.
came out, I
Yes.
think might have been 2018, 2019.
I think
But
2019, yeah.
yeah, you know, just great stuff. And from there, just really kind of a big appreciation for you got a very unique style, something that's, you know, instantly recognizable as your work.
Thank you.
How did you make that style your own and get to, you know, we're now your cover artist of the year?
It's amazing. I came from a pretty varied background in terms of the creator stuff that I've done. So I had a traditional painting background. I did oil painting, and then I did digital animation and photography and a lot of mixed media stuff. I really like textures and materials. I still play around a lot with materials. So like some of my original works, even if you can't see it in the print, because prints are flat, obviously, but I really like to sculpt things onto 2D. So it's sometimes one day maybe I might do it where I would just build like a 3D thing and have that as like a cover. But I really like exploring a lot of materials and different types of paints, and I learn a lot from my peers in the industry. And shout out to Kirby's Comic Art, my people, my tribe, my representation from Annabelle Kirby. I think after joining her amazing group, comic artist group, I feel like it has given me a lot of opportunities to blossom and a lot of chances as well to really put my fingers and toes into different types of genre of comics and comic covers. So yeah. Just a continuation of a lot of exploration and experimentation and learning from people that I talk with on the daily and sharing our works and just being inspired constantly. So I feel really grateful and really lucky to be where I am right now. I'm very happy with everything that's happened and everything that's coming up. So yeah, no complaints.
I mean, you've owned your craft and skill, and you mentioned something about working like materials. I think it was earlier this year you put out that something is killing the children cover with the little figure, the octopus
the
figure,
octopus, yes.
and it was like originally like you actually like material, like you made that, and
Yeah.
it was like so how did that kind of idea come about? Or
So that again, another shout out is one of our retailer BFFs, Black Cape Comics. They have actually produced and collaborated. We've collaborated a lot with them in terms of a lot of my covers from the last year, from the last couple of years, were from them. And then that octopus thing, I actually struggle a little bit to monsters and that kind of theme is not exactly my strongest suit, I have to admit. So but it's always fun to have that chance to explore and to see how I could make it work with my own style or with my own capabilities in a sense. So I was thinking of like, how do I make it, how do I make it mine but also make it make sense. So since it was like that octopus that they wanted to feature on that specific cover, I was brainstorming, and in the end I decided to like make something more 3D. So that's why we started doing a lot of experimentations in terms of mixing the flat illustration of the monster coming out of that octopus. And
Yeah.
since in that comic itself it's like a stuffed animal, right? A
Yeah.
stuffed toy. I was like, it would be cool to use actual materials to. So I sewed onto the piece of paper using thread and
crazy.
needle. So yeah, that's actually still a very unusual cover. I think I'm very surprised by, because I thought that it was kind of out of the, even for me, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna do well or if people are gonna be. So I was quite pleasantly surprised that there was a lot of positive reception to it. And I also was I actually met the writer Tynan. He at in person. I showed him like, hey, I got my own cover signed by him, which was
that's
really
pretty
cool. Yeah, that was really cool. And he was like, hey, I know this cover. People have been coming to me in cons and getting me to sign it. So he even remembers that cover, so which is really cool for me as well. So and then since then it gave me a lot of confidence in thinking that I could really push the medium and push my materials, and I don't really necessarily have to follow like what is really out there, and I could really make my style. I could really just go with what I want to do in a sense. So yeah, it's been really fun, and people have been saying stuff like, just do what you want. And I'm like, okay, I will really do what I want. So I feel really lucky to be able to give be able to be given that opportunity to just be very flexible and very experimental in the works that I produce for this published pieces. Yeah.
And we love it, and the fans love it, and
Thank
your
you.
books, anytime they go on sale, they're like instant sellouts. If you're not there right, the second, then you're missing out. People love it. I mean,
and yeah, you just announced the number 16 Department of Truth cover.
That's right. I actually have it right here if I can show it off.
Wow.
I have
an
the original
exclusive.
here. So
That's incredible. Let me zoom in on that. Yeah. Wow.
So
Wow.
the brief that was given to me for this one is that I think this issue number 16 of Department of Truth is going to be about hallucinogens and mind trip and drugs and stuff like that. So they were like, just run with it. Zoo can do whatever they want, like she wants again. So I was like, okay. So this is actually one of my more very colorful works, which I really enjoyed making. And I hope that people would pick this up. It's going to go live on Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST through Black Cape Comics. So you can follow
Black
them,
Cape.
and they will announce it again when they're dropping this. Thank you.
That is an absolute stunner.
Thank
Gorgeous.
you. Thank you so
I
much.
just
I also have something quite exciting to share, which is my first ever work for DC Comics, which has been, this was announced. I finished this before the end of the year in 21, and then they dropped it like before the year ended. So I'm really excited to be able to do because it was my first time doing Marvel Comics covers last year, and then I also got to do DC Comics. So this is actually for DC Comics new series, which is coming out, I think, closer to February or March. I think it's around Chinese New Year,
okay.
which it's called Monkey Prince. I think if you've seen some variants coming up, I'm also
Okay.
contributing to it. So this is my first work for DC, and I'm also gonna be doing more for them. So I'm really excited about that. I'm working on a couple of covers for them right now as well. So
I mean,
very
I don't
exciting.
even. I've lost adjectives to describe how just
You're too
man.
generous.
No, honestly, just amazing stuff. If I could, I'd have my wall kind of like yours, just prints just plastered all over your work.
I was trying to do a thing where I wanted to print out my covers and have them up so that I could see what I've done for the year and for the last few years that I've been doing this, but I ran out of paper to print it, so this project will continue soon.
That's great. Thank you so much, Zoo, for
Thank
sharing
you.
those exclusive covers with us and for coming on the show. We know it's like crazy late hours where you're coming to us
Oh,
from.
don't worry, this is normal. I'm still, I think I'm still fresh.
Oh man, but we very much hope to have you on the show in the
I would
future
love that. Yeah.
and really get into more detail on all your amazing works. Congrats again,
Thank you
for
so
cover
much.
artist of the
Thank
year.
you. Oh, I'm so honored. Really, thank you so much for people who voted for me, and I'm really
People have
excited
good taste.
to show off more stuff in the coming year and maybe do some interior work that would be a little wet my toes a little
Wow.
more in that. So I'm very excited about what's to come. So thank you so much everyone for supporting me and for all the trust, and also thank you to the two of you for having me here, and really appreciate it.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so
Anytime.
much, Zoo. Have yourself a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay. Ooh, man. Just you see that something is killing the children. 16?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I can't tell you how much money I spent at Black Cape last year between Zoo and Ingrid.
Wow.
I've spent so much money there.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean all her like her black cape something is killing the children covers.
Mhm.
They're all
And you
amazing.
really have to be on it too, for real. Like
Oh
those
no,
covers they sell. I don't think I've ever.
that's going on like that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's incredible. So we're lucky that she shared that with us here in the House of Nerd. What is our next category? We're running a little behind, so for those amazing creative talents in the green room, we appreciate your guys' patience while we get to you.
Best ongoing series.
Ongoing series, man. This one's a biggie, eh?
Mm-hmm.
This one's a biggie. Heavy hitters in this category. I mean, the names, the nominees, the finalists, they speak for themselves. Let's find out who all you fine comic connoisseurs, House in their community, voted for. Who's the winner? Best ongoing series. Let's go. So the finalists are the Attacks of the Blood, Department of Truth, Daredevil, Philadelphia, and Nightwing. Who's taking it home? Who's taking it home? Ew. Hey! It's not Texas Blood. It's not Texas Blood. Un aplauso. Un aplauso. Hey, man. Hey. Oh, I feel like we're kind of into that book. We kind of dig it. Man, we speak about that Texas blood every so often on this show. So to see them win, man, again, you guys voted that Texas blood. The fans, you guys are smart people. Keep it up. But hey, we are very, very lucky to have once again on the show Mr. Chris Condon. Hey.
Hello. Thank you very much.
Morning. Good afternoon. Thanks for
be.
coming on again, Chris. Congratulations. You, sir, are the winner of the 2021 Nerdies Best Ongoing Series. That's no joke.
Thank you very much. I gotta be honest with you. I mean, there were so many great titles in 2021 that it really was a toss-up of who it was going to be, and we're really honored, Jacob and myself, that you guys picked us.
The fans voted you guys in. Man, we got a whole whack of votes, a whole bunch of votes. And as you might be surprised, but I don't think so, man. Listen, what you and Jacob and that entire creative, you guys just incredible from issue 1, the first volume, which was like top tier, and we said it's gonna be tough to top in volume 2, but Al, how many times do we say it as issue 7, 8, 9, 10 came out? Wow. I mean, I think we've used all the words to describe how amazing your book is, but I mean, just even like, how does it feel, I guess, to see where the book started and where it's at now? I think you can kind of see, I mean, the fans, they seem to be really gravitating towards this book.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's a really surreal experience to look back at where we were with number 1. And, I can remember before number 1 even came out, and we didn't know how it was going to sell. We didn't know whether we would find an audience. And especially, once the pandemic started, it was even harder to figure out what was going to happen. And then, we found out that people were liking our book, and that, with issue 7, we had taken a break, and that was another thing where we weren't sure if we were going to have people come back. We didn't know how sales were going to be. We didn't know whether people were going to like the change in, time period and all that. And it turns out that people really dug it. And in fact, it seems like they enjoyed it even more than they enjoyed Arc 1, and they enjoyed Arc 1. Yeah. So I don't know. It's a very humbling to see it finding an audience, and having the audience enjoy it as much as they do. To get this award, and we've been on a few best of 2021 lists, and it's an honor to be on those lists for those other titles. That's about the.
I mean, look at the other titles. I mean, just kind of the finalists there, and some big names, big books.
Even number 13, probably if it had released earlier, would have been a contender for a single issue, because Buster, and like, I was, the whole time I'm reading it, I'm like, yeah, like big EC vibes, and then the back content, when you're like, oh, inspired, I'm like, so good. It was so good, so well done.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was something we wanted to do from way back when. I wanted to do a Christmas issue, period. And thank you, Tara. I appreciate that. Yeah, we wanted to do a Christmas issue for a while, and I actually had a different idea for it. And then just wanting to do a sort of more EC comics, like a fun sort of ghost story, kind of came into my mind. And I was like, that's that's the way to do it. That's the way to go. And Jacob read it and he loved it. And, it's a chance for him to do something that he doesn't normally do. Just sort of doing a little bit of supernatural stuff, which is kind of fun. So
it's cool, it's fun. And, Jacob, the other half of this, the dynamic duo, man, he's just, again, continuing to elevate his game. And it's great stuff. When can we look forward to what do you have in store in terms of volume 3 of that Texas Blood?
Yeah, so volume 3 is going to be coming out in June of 2022. So just a couple more months.
Just a couple more months.
That much longer.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's gonna be a cool one. Again, when I write the script, I'm like, I don't know, the first person who reads it, the first audience member who I care about their reaction is Jake. To be like, is Jake gonna like it? Is he gonna go, it's over, we're not doing it? But he really dug the script, and so I'm really looking forward to. I don't know if you hear my dog, but he's freaking out in the background.
Oh yeah, give him a little pat for us. I love the doggies.
Look, he just found out that we had won Best Ongoing Series, and he's very excited. So
of course,
he just wanted to give you his 2 cents.
Man.
But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be really cool. Little again, like sort of arc 2 and also issue 13. It's got a little bit of a different flavor than what we've done before, which is something that I like about our series. Is just as somebody who enjoys comics, I like something that changes up, and it's not always exactly the same. Going forward, obviously keeping elements that are similar, especially Joe Bob.
I love me some Joe Bob, man. Hey, that's my he became like my second father, grandfather. He's one of my he's an all-timer of a character.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I mean, I love him. It's very strange to to write some other characters now, because I'm like, I just wanted to write Joe Bob all the time.
Yeah. Will he be prominent in the third volume, or
what was that?
Will he kind of be the focus again in the third volume, or are we looking at?
Yeah, so it's him and Lou, who is the secretary at the sheriff's office. She's a little bit more of our focal point, because I wanted to explore her a little bit more, and I wanted to just explore what her story was and how she got to be who she is, and where we see her in issues 1, and then we also see her in arc 2 and all that. So yeah, I wanted to explore her a little bit more, and I think that's gonna be really fun to and also very scary. It's gonna be a thrilling it should be a thrilling arc. So if we do it right, and we're able to do what we want to do, which so far we have had no problem doing what we want to do. So I don't know, it should be pretty fun to explore that, and explore Joe Bob. It's not set modern day, it's set in 1992.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the winter of 1992. So it's like the first half of the year, and it's election season. So so Joe Bob is running for sheriff for the
Interesting. I think we're all looking forward to it. And we need to get more of that. Man, his name always escapes me. The Private Eye.
Eversol.
Eversol. He's great, man. He's great. Fingers crossed, man. I'd love to get maybe like a one shot or even an ongoing series with him. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, we're talking about doing a mini series with him at least at some point.
Okay.
But when we're gonna do that, I don't really know. We have like 2 more. We have, so on top of 3, we have at least 2 more arcs of like the title, that Texas Blood, and then there's another spin-off that we want to do. That's sort of an Old West idea. So it's again Texas Blood, but it's dealing with the past a little bit more. And then we would love to do Eversaw. And then we also want to get back into doing Brutal Dark at some point. But, when that's going to happen, I don't know.
That'd be cool. That was very, very enjoyable. But hey, listen, before you get out of here, Chris, happiest of birthdays to you, my man.
Thank you very much. Hey. I'm unfortunately a little hungover today, but
as you should be, man. You gotta celebrate those birthdays. Do it up, man. You're one of the gems. We love having you here on the show, man. Very much appreciate
Thank you.
Support for the show. And we gotta get you and Jacob on the show together. On the show together again. Hopefully for volume 3.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, for sure. We'd love to come back.
Where's the after party at? Where are we celebrating the birthday? You're doing another live stream.
Today I'm going to be relaxing on the couch watching a ton of Simpsons.
Hey,
be
not a bad way to spend Sunday there, buddy.
Yeah. And reading this because I don't know if you can see what this is, but it's a Mike Mignola Wolverine issue.
A little Wolverine action.
The Jungle Adventure.
I dig it. One of the all-time great Canucks, great Canadians, Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
Chris, thank you so much for hanging out with us again. Continued success in 2022, man. You guys deserve it, man. Best ongoing series as voted by the fans, big time. Great stuff. That Texas Blood.
Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, Chris, we'll be seeing you soon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be back.
Cheers, buddy.
All right.
All right. Later. There you have it, folks. Best ongoing series, That Texas Blood. Wow. Chris Condon, Jacob Phillips, man. Honestly, at this point, we've been saying it ad nauseum, man. Go pick that up. The best book out, folks. And you guys seem to know it. You voted it in. Elle, what is our next category?
Fan favorite of the year.
Fan favorite. Okay, you know how the fan favorites work, folks. We got members of the community to announce the winners. Who do we give for this one?
Why did my mind just blank out completely right now?
We got Dragon.
Dragon
Ranger. Man, if you guys are not familiar with Charles, Mr. Dragon Ranger, his pulls are the stuff of legend, man. This guy picks up every book, each new comic book day, and he drops his video hauls. So we said, who better to pick to announce the fan favorite of the year than Dragon Ranger? So let's find out, man. Let's find out who you guys voted.
What's up, House of Nerd Show, and everybody tuning in to watch the Nerdies today? It's your boy Dragon Ranger, and I've been given the opportunity to announce the nominees and the winner for Fan Favorite Series of the Year. The nominees were Mullet Cop, Tales Told in Techno Horror, Homesick Pilots, and The Me You Love in the Dark. And the winner is Tales Told in Techno Horror. Thanks to the House of Nerd Show for allowing me to be a part of the Nerdies. And be sure to tune in every Sunday at 11 a.m. for a good time, good chat, hashtag poohole to goohole.
What was that hashtag there? Whoa. Was that just me or did?
I think that was just you.
I'm not sure what happened.
I'm not sure I heard it.
I'm not sure what I heard there. But there you have it, folks, man. I'll take it from here, man. Man, Hey, listen. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that was. Oh.
Who's in charge of comments here?
Hey, ooh, that's got me sweating. Fan favorite, and for good reason, man.
Dragon.
Sir. And that's your cue, folks. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Please hit the like button. Subscribe. Don't cancel the House of Nerd. But listen, fan favorite of the year, Tales Told in Techno Horror by one of our favorite creative teams, Kiarn Tegan, Christian Dabari, Simon Go. These gentlemen. Goff? Oh, yeah. Apologies.
Yeah, didn't mean to correct you live.
Simon Goff. No, it's okay. But ma'am, please do not correct me on the air again. We've spoken about this.
My apologies.
Don't correct me on air, ma'am.
My apologies.
But Simon Goff. Apologies, Simon.
What if the guest comes on and it's like, no, actually, let's go.
Let's find out. Let's bring on Mr. Kiarn Tegan. Hey.
Hey,
what's happening?
You're right,
welcome back to the House of Nerd Show, Kiarn, and congratulations, sir. You and the entire Tales Told in Techno Horror creative team are the winners.
Thank you very much. It means the world. That's really cool that it's been picked up for fan favorite there. That's really nice.
The fans clearly amazing taste. Tales Told, man, that was a book. I don't want to say that came out of nowhere, but it just in terms of how, every once in a while you read a book, I don't know very much about it, and then just so just completely surprised and taken and just like, wow, this hits in every way.
Yeah.
And the fans, it looks like they agreed. They voted you guys fan favorite of the year.
Yeah.
Well, what can we look forward to from you guys?
So coming up, I think over sort of we've got season 2 obviously in the works still. That's taking a bit of time just because we've got delays. There's all sorts of million things going on. There'll be some stuff to announce in the future as well, with like things like Techno Horror and that. But at the moment, it's just we're just trying to work on it and get it out basically the next season. Same with Provenance of Secrets. The other title we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Christian's also got work coming up. Simon's just his workload is huge as always, so he's just working on a million things at once. Yeah, everyone's just kind of got a lot of things on the back, like we're just sort of building up, waiting to be released at some point. Basically, we've got a lot on its way. It's just that horrible that sort of stage where it feels like nothing's happening, but it will eventually.
Yeah.
Shit. But yeah.
Yeah. I think we're all very much looking forward to season 2 of Tales Told in Techno Horror. Do you have an idea when we can expect that in stores?
I mean, it was meant to be. Oh god, it was like either this week or next week. It was around about now. But with our own delays and then the paper shortage delay, I mean, realistically, maybe next month. I think. I mean, I don't want to say anything just in case, but it's not a massive wait. Hopefully.
Okay.
No.
I know everybody's looking forward to that. We got to ask. I think probably the live chats are wondering too. What is that name of that the doggo there? What's going on?
Oh, this is Seymour Butts.
No, stop.
It's the same dog from it's the same breed as the Futurama episode, Fry's dog, Seymour.
Seymour Butts. That's too funny. And it's the same breed.
It's the same breed, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Hey, we love doggies here on the House of Nerd Show. So for those folks watching, hey, listen, if you haven't hit that like button yet, now's the time. I mean, look at that guy. He's awesome. I'm digging it. He looks excited for you guys.
He's the most chilled out dog ever. He was just when we were just listening to Chris's interview before, when Chris's dog was barking, Seymour was just sort of like convinced there was another dog in here somewhere. So he was had to hop up and keep an eye on everything.
Oh man!
And to settle the debate, it's Simon Goff?
Yes, it is Simon Goff. Yes.
Goff.
Okay. One point for me. Thank you.
Apologies, Simon. Man, I'm embarrassed now. Am I pronouncing your last name correctly then? I'm hoping.
And my name, it's Kian Tagan. But then, to be honest, my name gets said wrong by every single person, including my mum sometimes. So
okay.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Tagan. I wasn't too far off.
Yeah, you're all good. Yeah, and Christian Devaris, it's an easy one there.
I'm sorry, I should know by now. This is, you guys' second.
Oh no, it's one of those things where when someone gets my name wrong now, it's just got to the point where if someone goes, "Am I saying that right?" and if they're not, I just go, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah.
30 something years of people getting it wrong. I'm really fine with it. I really don't mind anymore.
Okay. You gotta tell me how you get used to it. Al still calls me by the wrong name. I mean, she still calls me Craig. I mean,
you steadily say my name wrong, hence it just being L now.
It's Al. I mean, I don't know. Kieran, we gotta say, we want to see you guys continue to put out these great books. Tales Told in Techno Horror Season 2, Providence of Secrets, another big one.
Yeah. I'm just writing the next one. At the moment, I'm writing the next one, Provenance of Fear, which is Provenance of Madness was Lovecraft, Provenance of Secrets was Robert Chambers' King in Yellow, and Provenance of Fear is going to be Edgar Allan Poe, and it's all sort of set in a post-pandemic world because it's all about the Mask of Red Death and stuff like that. So it's going to be a nice play on sort of stuff that's happened, but mixing it in Poe's world as well, which would be quite good.
I got you. So is there going to be, I guess the idea is not to have a second issue for Provenance of Secrets and that King.
Oh, no, Provenance of Secrets. Provenance of Secrets is still going to happen. Yeah, again, it's just because of those delays. Because of the delay with Techno Horror, it's kind of had a knock-on effect because that's the only drawback to having the same creative team on more than one project is if one project gets delayed, the other one will get inevitably delayed as well, basically.
Okay, got you. Okay.
They're coming, but it's just soon.
No, that's great. I mean, we have a bunch of stuff to look forward to from you guys, and pass along our congratulations, please.
I will, and I want to say a big thank you to you guys as well, because I know doing stuff like this isn't easy, especially trying to get this many people in the same room together and sort of doing these things. You made it a nice kind of little thing, and yeah, I've got to say big congratulations and well done to you guys for pulling this off, because I know how hard this stuff can be sometimes.
Hey man, thank you. That's greatly appreciated, Kian.
That's right.
I mean, it's been a lot of work, but listen, it's been fun. It's for me, dream come true to hang out with all you amazing creators. To share with the comics community. So, I appreciate that, Kian, and we're gonna have you back on the show. That's a given.
I think we all want to make it like a semi-regular thing where we can always come and chat about new things we're doing and stuff like that. We're always up for that.
I dig it, and hopefully we can get Simon on as well.
We'll try and get the whole lot on at once.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thanks so much, Kian, and Seymour. Thank you for making a cameo appearance. Man, we love it, man. Continued success to you guys. Have a great
Thank you very much, guys. Cheers to the votes and everyone.
Cheers. I'm pooped, but we're not done. We're not done. We got you're
gonna get to it.
I want to say save the best for last, but hey, listen, man, we're very, very lucky to have one more set of creators to come on the show. We're gonna bring him on in just a moment. Elle, what is our next category?
Best single issue.
Best single issue. Man, this one's tough, eh? Because just the
It's
sheer
both
amount of
tough
stuff.
and not tough because I've rode for my pick since it dropped. So happy to see that it was picked to be a finalist.
I know, yeah. I know what you were favoring clearly from the moment it dropped. But shall we find out who the winner of best single issue of the year is?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it, man. Best single issue. Let's go.
The Many Deaths of Layla Starr #3, Carmen #3, Radio Apocalypse #1, Philadelphia #17, and Human Target #1.
Wow.
And The Many Deaths of Layla Starr #3.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Man, I'm telling you, bangers, all of them, well said. Layla Starr, issue #3. Probably, man, the most creative, most just like, you know what? Before let's, how about we let the creative geniuses behind this issue explain just what issue #3 of Layla Starr entailed, man. Let's bring them on in. Let's bring them on in, Mr. Ram, V, and Felipe Andrade. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here with us live on the House of Nerd Show. And I think their mics are muted.
Hey guys,
There
thanks
we
for having us.
go. There you go. Again, thank you so much, gentlemen, for being with us here live. We had you both actually previously on the show, not together, but now we have the honor. We're lucky enough to have you gents on.
I haven't seen Philippe in a really long time. It's good to see you, Philippe.
Hey,
Good
there
to
you
see
go.
you too. And to you, Sergio, and L is a picture, but yeah.
But a lovely picture. A lovely picture.
It's true.
Thank you guys so much. And congratulations. You, gentlemen, and the entire creative team are the winners of the 2021 Nerdies single issue of the year. And what an issue. I'd probably be butchering it to explain it. I mean, a cigarette narrating the story. When I read the previews for that, I said, what the heck is going on here? This is crazy. And we read it, and I think damn near everybody who read it agreed it's just a masterful comic. How did you guys come up with that idea, and how did you execute it? Can you tell us a little bit behind that process there?
I mean, in hindsight, it all seems very logical, right? We're talking about death. We're talking about the ephemeral nature of life, and what better thing to talk about that than a cigarette that probably lasts a little less longer than it should. So I knew I wanted to do something with that for quite some time, because I'd talked about the idea with other writers before, where I was like, I need to use this in a story somewhere. And then by the time we got to issue 3 of Layla Starr, it just made sense. I remember this very specific thing that I dropped into the script, that I wanted this kind of very hazy, smoke-filled, psychedelic feel to the whole thing. And then when Philippe came back with like, this is what I want to do, this is my plan, I was like, oh my God, I was blown away. I think it was this perfect marriage of the idea that I wanted to do and the way Philippe saw it and translated it onto the page. So
I mean, nothing short of stunning. And here we've got a couple pages from that.
Yeah, look at those colors.
that
Jesus.
Yeah. I'm still blown away every time. I mean, I just, that's the beauty of comics and being a reader. We just sometimes just breath taken away. Really, gorgeous work. Felipe, how did you? I mean, what did you think when you got that script? Do you say he's a mad genius or how am I gonna pull this off?
Yeah, I was a little bit like that. I was just trying to be at the same level to the script, because the script, I mean, I've said this before, but the script is really imaginative, so it's really good for us artists that are working in the visual part. But this part in particular, I wanted to do something different, a little bit bold, but I didn't know how to do, and actually it was some kind of a process, and in the end I pulled this off and actually it worked. It was a little bit like that, a little bit of luck and a little bit of persistence.
Yeah, as with all good things.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, single issue of the year, the fans. I think it's not too spoiled. It's safe to say that this was one of those categories, the very few ones that it wasn't too tight, the voting, man. And I'm seeing Layla Starr just pop up time and time again on a lot of different people's websites, blogs, everybody on the socials just loving the heck out of this book. Did you guys kind of envision it blowing up like this when you first started this book, or
I mean, I think I don't know, Philippe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we just wanted to make a story that excited us. And that's usually a good way of creating things. Like, you can't control other people's reactions. And if you're thinking too much about how other people are going to perceive your work, then you're kind of jumping the gun. You're skipping a few steps. So first worry about how you are going to perceive your own work. And then when the book is off my desk, it's in the hands of people who are reading it at that point. Then I just sit back and enjoy all the takes on it. So it's been great to see, but I think for me, at least, the focus was just like, I wanted to tell a story that, while it had gods and talking cigarettes and temples and whatnot, was still something fundamental about being human, how we look at life and death, and how we especially deal with death, given the way the past couple of years have gone.
Yeah, very fitting for what we've all been going through the last 2 years. Congratulations again, guys. Best single issue. Perhaps if you gents don't mind just sticking around for a moment or two, we're gonna put you in the green room, but have a feeling we might be bringing you on in just a second there, folks. So hopefully we're seeing you shortly.
I wonder what it could be.
I wonder what it could be. So we'll just get you out of there for one moment. Hey, best single issue.
Best single issue.
Best single issue.
And now best limited series.
Is it best limited series?
Is it?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you made me look at the schedule. Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, we got best limited series.
Papa V.
Another big one. Another big one. Hey, we gotta make that stick. Let's find out who the finalists and the winner.
Mm-hmm.
The suspense. Let's go. We got Home. We got Carmen. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr. Swamp Thing. And Eve. So we got Rom versus Rom in this category. Hey, there you go. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr is your winner as voted on by community. I gotta ask how it feels. Rom V versus Rom V. We had Swamp Thing versus the Many Deaths of Layla Starr. That's gotta be conflicting, eh? Let's bring him. Do we still got him? Hey, bring him back in. Mike's. There you go. Congratulations again, gentlemen. You guys,
Thank you.
best limited series as voted on by the House of Nerd, the comics community. Man, we got a whole lot of votes in this our first year. Congrats. I think my first question is Rom. How did it feel having? I mean, did you internal fighting there? Was there a struggle between the Swamp Thing and Layla Starr?
Yes, I mean I'm always very conflicted when two of my things are up for awards. You know, it's very difficult to have two things up for. No, it's not. Also, you know, previous category as well. You had Radio Apocalypse 1 on there as well. That
Which was
also
fantastic, beautiful, loved
Thank you
it.
so much.
Did I start listening to Bruce Springsteen after? Maybe.
Yeah, it was always going to be this kind of weird situation with that one where I was like, do I really want to tell people how strange and outdated my musical tastes are? I guess it's okay.
But it made me immediately want to capture that first time reading feeling. So I like immediately had to reread it after because it was such a like innovative, like the synergy between the music and the what was happening. It was so cinematic. It was very well done.
Yeah, thank you so much. And you know, music's always been an important part of at least my writing process. Philippe will attest to the fact that I keep sending him like YouTube videos of music and you know, links to songs while I was sending him scripts as well. So while the connection is not so overt in Layla Starr, it was still certainly influenced by music and other forms of art as well. So yeah, I'm glad that connection seemed to really come through with Radio Apocalypse as well.
And I've told Sergio that before especially with Layla, especially that first issue. Like you could hear the traffic, you could hear the streets, and it was one of my favorite parts about the series was how loud it was. And without
and I think
it was loud,
I think with that one too, it's super useful. And I don't know that many people know this, but Philippe's been to India before. And it was his traveling around India, and I think you've been to Goa as well, right? Yeah. So it was Philippe's traveling to Goa as well, so he was able to infuse all of that into the story. And I think without that sort of experience of having been there, it's very difficult to translate how a place. I mean, yeah, your job is to translate how a place looks. But how a place sounds, how a place feels, it's very, very difficult to do that if you haven't been there.
But Felipe manages to he absolutely captured that. I think it was one of the first pages in Layla Starr in issue 1, the Mumbai skyline.
Yeah.
And her running out the hospital.
Yeah.
So good.
And it's incredible.
That whole sequence of her running through the hospital, taken from the first person POV.
Wow.
Brilliant stuff. It wasn't in the script. That was all Philippe. So
okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, absolutely, I definitely for sure, you know, having traveled to India, kind of I guess you were able to kind of put that into the book of Layla Starr specifically there, Felipe.
Yeah, that part I think is fundamental to. So the world that I was building with Ram was believable, because it's full of little insights that actually was something that I've seen when I was there. And I was there traveling with no reason besides just being there and trying to see as many things that I was finding interesting in. So in the end was this mix of everything that makes this book, I think, deserving these awards or nominations, or because I feel this above my participation. It's like a participation of me and Ram that built something that is now doing his way of connecting or not connecting with the people, but from the love that the book is receiving is it means that it's full of little things that we both put in the book that translate those emotions. Yeah.
It's Layla Starr is an all-timer in my opinion, like really an all-timer of a book that's gonna end up being, just one of the greats that people kind of look back on and discuss throughout the years. We'd love to see you guys working together again. Are there any plans in the future? I don't know if that's maybe spoiler or not spoiler. You guys, anything in the works, man? We need it.
It will. I can say this. It will 100% happen. So.
Yeah, I can sign below.
There you have it.
I mean, even when we were working on Layla Starr, we would have these like occasional but interesting and long WhatsApp conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was a point where we were both like, yeah, look, this book aside, no matter how this does, but I really enjoy working with Philippe. And I think Philippe was also like, I really enjoy working with someone who cares about the right things when you're telling a story. And so, yeah, I think the intention is certainly there to work with each other. I've got something on my plate that I wanna send over, but we will discuss the specifics of it, not on camera.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we can hang out in the green room. We won't tell anybody off camera. It stays between us.
No spoilers.
Man, no spoilers. Congrats again, guys. Best limited series, man. I mean,
thank you.
Very,
to
very
all
much deserved.
all your viewers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voted
Thanks to
on.
the fans.
So we're gonna ask once again. We'll put you in the green room for just a second, and perhaps we'll be bringing you back on there. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. There you have it, folks. Best limited series. What is our next category, Al?
Cover of the year.
Cover of the year. So we got two more, folks. Man, we're pushing 2.5 hours now. We want to thank everybody who's still here, sticking around, man. But we've been having a lot of fun. We hope you guys have been too. Two more categories to go. Cover of the year, writer of the year. So let's get to it, eh? Should we get to it? Let's do it, man. Cover of the year. Oh, so this one here again is another fan favorite. So we are bringing on our good friend, House of Nerd regular, Sofiane. You might know him as Deviant Porg. He's coming all the way to us from France. He will be announcing the winner for the cover of the year category. Let's play his video submission there. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Deviant Porg, real name Sofiane. As you can guess, I'm from the old continent, more precisely France. I'm very proud our buddies from the House of Nerd show invited me to present the cover of the year category. Covers are such an important thing. They are often what bring comic books we've never heard of into our hands. They are often what we remember most from some historic runs or some historic arcs. Sometimes they're total misses, but even then, we remember them with tenderness. And sometimes, they're our first glance at new characters that may or may not become very big things. So, enough talk, and the nominees for the Nerdies Cover of the Year category are The Many Deaths of Layla Starr issue number 3 by Philippe Andrade, We Don't Kill Spiders issue number 1 by Richard Pace, Moonlight issue number 1 by Gerardo Zaffino, and Woman of Marvel issue number 1 by Maria Wolf. And the winner of the category, as decided by the community, is... There's absolutely nothing in it. The winner is Felipe Andrade with The Many Deaths of Layla Starr issue number 3. Congrats Felipe Andrade. Have a great day you all. Thanks again, the House of Nerd, Sergio, Ellie, and have a nice time.
Hey, there you go. There you go. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr. Number 3, cover of the year. Man, they're sweeping the end of this program here. And I gotta say, listen, folks, I don't know if you caught those variant covers there with a cameo appearance by your boy, but when I saw that vid for the first time, I hit up L. Right away.
I was falsely accused of partaking.
I was crying. I was laughing. I said, "L, what did you do? What did you put my good old buddy up to?" I said that's the handiwork of Aldania. But
and you know what? If we're going with the best head shape to Photoshop of the year, it would be yours. It's the perfect shape to cut and paste.
I think we're gonna at some point. I mean, did you see that Wonder Woman cover? That was great stuff.
That wasn't even Photoshop. That was just you being.
That was perhaps we can get Felipe to give us a hand. Let's bring him back on out here, and Mr. Ram V. Layla Starr issue number 3, cover of the year. Yes. That one, Nerdy Award. He's very happy.
Thank you.
Man, and I don't know if you guys can see. I've got it like in the back there, hanging on the wall.
Oh yeah.
One of my all-time favorites. Gorgeous cover. We can't get enough of it. Congratulations, Felipe.
Thank you.
Just where did the idea for the cover come from?
These covers were a little bit was like a series that I did. So I wanted to do specific stuff in each cover, and this was one of those covers that I mean. Girls smoking, like a strong close-up, and then the textures, I think I couldn't miss it. And then I was a little bit surprised by the result, because it was one of those drawings that comes naturally. All the process, the inking was naturally too, and the colors too. I think I've done this in less than one day. It was something that came out like this.
Wow.
And I was surprised by the effect of it, because I wasn't that clear about the level of blue and reds from what I remember, but was something that was kind of, I was discovering, but was really kind of fast, the pace of doing it. And I don't know if you can see like a little, there's a background, of the smoke that's a little bit less
you've got color holds.
Yeah, exactly, that kind of holds the color. And this was something like out of the blue. I mean, it's those moments that you act, and I was a little bit of surprise of being a cover of the year. I will have to tell you, because I mean, I don't do that many covers, and there are spectacular covers. This year in particular, there was like a really good year for spectacular covers. There's so many good artists doing it. But I'm really happy for the votes and the award, and of course for Lila itself, for the book. I think it's amazing too.
Yeah, and we got Paris Aline, a colorist in the industry and in the comic game. The color's my favorite part, he's saying, and I gotta agree, man. It's just, it's something about it. I don't have the words to really properly explain how great this is. There's there's just a sexiness, and just the colors are vibrant, but without being again, I don't even have the right words,
Like,
but it's
for me,
yeah.
just looking at that cover, the first thing that always strikes me every time I look at it is how bold it is.
Mhm.
Like, it takes an incredible amount of confidence to just go flat blue, flat red, and a little bit of gradients here and there. But here, take this. It's like someone going like, that's all it needs, because it works. And that kind of confidence. I mean, I know Philippe's saying putting it down to providence, but I'll put it down to confidence. Being able to create that with just flat blue and red in there. I think that's amazing. I also love the little turn of the eye to look straight at the reader. I think when you can pull that off in a cover where a character is looking straight at you, it immediately just like engages everyone who looks at that cover.
It's great.
And I think even the series as a whole, like some of my favorite covers from a series last year, I think, and it's funny because like when you read the book, it kind of makes you trivialize like consumerism and other vices and stuff. And so here I am like, Sergio, please, I need this one per store. And so like I've probably spent the most money last year on Layla covers because I was like, I need the virgins, I need this one, I need that one. And so I had a good time, you know, sending him around the city to make sure I got
Well, if
it.
it makes you feel any better, the book's also about just enjoying yourself, because
that's
you know,
what I
life's
talked
too
about.
short.
I
Get all
said,
the
life's
covers you want.
short, I need these. And like this is me, like so you know, you spend the extra to get the special covers, and then I'm like, well, now I need like the special frames. So like my room is just all Layla Starr at this point.
Good. That's great to hear.
Oh man. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people in a similar boat. Only 5 issues, but somehow I've got like 30 copies.
And the foils were so good. It was just all the covers were just so well.
Yeah.
And I think what I love about this one was that this is just the A cover. But it like even I had a hard time just finding this like out in the wild. Like I had to track it down because it's such a good cover.
Yeah.
Cover of the year.
I mean, to me, it's that boldness. Like, if you walked by 15 books on a shelf, this one would like immediately catch your eye.
100%. Pops. It just pops. It's gorgeous. Gotta ask Felipe, are there any plans to perhaps release a print or a post? Anything with this cover here?
Might. I don't have that clarified in my agenda still, but I mean, maybe. Yeah, it's not impossible.
We'd love, fingers crossed. We'd love to get you know, a nice print of that. Just stunning. But I'll take my copy up in the wall for now. Man, fantastic stuff. Again, Layla Starr, man, you know, cover of the year, best single issue, best limited series. You guys just decided we're gonna sweep these awards. We're gonna take all the big categories. But we've got one left.
I mean, we didn't decide it. People in the comments decided it. So
that is true. That is very much true. That is very much true. We have got one more. So last time I promised we're gonna have you gentlemen bouncing around. We'll put you in the green room one more time, and we'll bring you on in just a second. Ooh, we're almost there, Al. We're almost there. What is our last category?
Writer of the year.
Writer of the year. This one's tough. I don't know who's gonna take this one. What is writer of the year? I mean, that's big time, right? It's no joke. I mean,
no.
A lot of you know, big names, big writers, you know, just putting out book after book after book. But let's find out who the finalists and the winner of writer of the year. Let's go. We got James Tynan IV, Chris Condon, Chip Zdarsky from the and Mr. Rodney Barnes, your finalist. Rom D, the winner of Writer of the Year, your Nerdies Award, as voted on by the community. Hey, listen, comics community, how's in the community? These guys have some great taste, eh? I gotta say, but it wasn't. I don't think this one was too hard. In all seriousness, man, there's not there's not a writer out there right now who Ram is on top of the game, point blank.
So we are making that a thing.
Oh, we're making it a thing. We're making it a thing. So if we can get everybody in the live chats, let's drop a Papa V in honor of Mr. Ram V. On top of the comic book game, man. There's no one better. Welcome back, gentlemen. It's good to see you again.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ram. You, sir, are the inaugural winner of the 2021
Thank you.
Nerdies Writer of the Year, voted on by the fans. Listen, from the bottom of my heart, man, you're just fantastic. Everything that you're putting out is gold. I don't think I've just book after book, issue after issue, just really love all of the works that you're putting out. So very much well deserved. Perhaps a few words for us, and I don't know how the heck you're doing it, but we're thankful. We're thankful.
Thanks so much. Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't want to sound like there's some kind of great secret to putting out good stories. I focus on the work. I think that is to my strength. I don't worry too much about sales and networking and editors and all of that stuff. I want to tell good stories, and I think I've been that way since before I put out my first comic. So I think maintaining that focus on wanting to do new, interesting things and wanting to do them in a way that is true to what I would feel is a good story. Yeah, I think if you're focused on creating good quality work, you end up doing that more often than not.
And does the approach change at all for like your creator-owned stuff versus working on an established IP like a DC, like Swamp Thing, or is it you pretty much have that same mentality of just really simply put out good stories first, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many support structures around you when you're doing work on something like Swamp Thing. Like, I don't have to worry about the sales there or what variant cover has to be picked out or any of that stuff, because there are other people whose jobs it is to worry about all of those things. Editors will come and tell me, hey, can we use this character? Can we do this crossover? And for me, the way I deal with it is, my only concern is, can we do a crossover? Does it have anything to contribute to my story in an interesting way? Can I do something interesting with it? Can I do something new with it? Then we will. If I can't come up with something, I'll be straight up and be like, look, I have no idea how to use this crossover thing in my story, and so we can't. Only in that sort of very functional way the approach changes. As far as my work is concerned, I don't treat the two things differently. I know very well that my creator-owned work is stuff that I'm making, and so from a career standpoint, that stuff belongs to me, and so it makes complete sense to focus on that and make sure you're putting out good work there. But I'm not that cynical when it comes to working on Marvel, DC characters or any other IP characters. I just want to tell good stories. I'm a kid at heart, and so all these concerns are for when I turn off my computer and walk away from my desk. Then I can be a businessman. Then I can be a professional thinking about their career. But when I'm writing, I'm just a kid.
The best single issues, if it was me, Catwoman Annual 2021 is one of my favorite Catwoman stories ever.
Thank you.
Best thing, and Father Valley, such a great character, and I just felt like it DC, it's very easy to fall into the trap of, well, the big two, either of them, you know, like, oh, it's a big two book, whatever. Like, people kind of dismiss it sometimes, I feel. But what you did with Catwoman was phenomenal. And that annual, like, I was telling everybody, I'm like, you don't ever have to have read anything ever. It was such a solid, you know, story.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's part of my strength is I'm not someone who grew up reading a lot of DC Marvel stories.
Mm-hmm.
So I think my natural tendency is to write for people who are like me, in that I don't expect you to have also, like, what good story expects you to have knowledge of 50 years worth of history to appreciate, you know? And frankly, like, I find that kind of stuff a little bit navel-gazy, sort of inward looking, and does nothing for me. So even if I were to take on a title that has been around for 50, 60 years and everyone's aware of exactly what's going on in the ongoing, like, if I came onto the title, I would still write a story that you can pick up from that first issue, and you don't need to know anything else. Just
Venom is like a really good example, especially coming off of King in Black, which I didn't read. And I can't say I've ever read a Venom title before, but I read it and I was like, okay. I liked it though. I was like, I like the direction. Your character work is always really good, but I don't feel like you need to necessarily have read anything prior to the exposition. There's enough of it too.
Yeah, there's always this tendency, you know, people sometimes give you notes that are like, oh, we should explain to readers what this character did in some issue like 20 years ago. I'm like, why should we explain that to readers? Like, if the reader is interested in knowing who that character is, Google exists. They will go Google it. If they don't want to Google it, all the information they need as to why that character is useful and important and interesting in the story is in the story. We don't need to give them background info on characters. And I think, I don't know that that's a new approach, but I think there's already a lot of this kind of, we need 60 years worth of info to appreciate anything going on, you know? Like, I remember, I think it was Warren Ellis talking about Avengers Endgame when it came out, and he was like, this is the first time you can't watch that movie without having watched all the previous movies. You will not understand anything. I think so. I think that's an interesting alteration to the medium, but yeah, I have no interest in writing something that's constantly inward looking, if that makes sense.
For sure. I mean, we're just having that conversation about media and, you know, film. Like you mentioned Endgame. Another one is like the new Spider-Man that came out. I mean, you won't. It's one of those movies, unless you're kind of familiar with the other ones, you're not gonna get all those, you know, the big emotional beats or the nerdy beats. And I mean, the film is fun, it's cool, but to me, a film like Into the Spider-Verse, the animated, is like head and shoulders above like No Way Home, because it stands on its own, you know, feet. Like, you don't need to be familiar with anything else. You're just enjoying that story. You're telling that good story. And it, you know, it sounds like you've got that approach to these.
Yeah, your Silver Coin issue was also, and I don't think I've ever read anything that you've done that was just like overtly sexual, but that blood-letting orgy scene was so well constructed. It was so well constructed, like the parallels and stuff. And we shared it on the show, and I was like, I promise I'm not being a creep. This is just such a well done visual of showing like the parallels between the.
I always like the idea of people feeling very confused when they're reading a book. Like, am I supposed to feel excited by this, or am I supposed to be creeped out? I have no idea. And I really enjoy that, because I think that's a good, very sort of central element of good horror,
Yeah, and it
is
makes you think about like, oh, these really are kind of the same thing.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm glad it worked. I'm glad we pulled it off. I know Mike Walsh, when he looked at that in the script, was like, yes, this is disgusting, but also great.
Yes.
Well, I'll say this much. There was no confusion on Elle's part. She was definitely excited. I think we threw up that splash page when that issue came out here on the show. She said, "You got to read this. This is panel of the year." Panel of the year. So
Yeah, it's one of those things, right? You don't get to do that stuff outside of maybe doing books at Image. Because they're like, do whatever you want, and so just used that opportunity. I don't know if you guys read Blue and Green, but technically Blue and Green was the first time I did that. There's a very similar sequence in there as well. Probably not as overt, but that was step one to arriving at this panel.
So there's levels, there's stages
Baby-
to the
baby
game.
steps.
You have to work your way there. Blue and Green, we've said it here on the show a bunch of times. Again, another all-timer, a classic. My personal all-time favorite graphic novel. Magnificent stuff. The Layla Star trade paperback. When is that slated to drop?
This month.
Oh, is it this month?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's out like in a week, maybe a couple of weeks. I have to look up the
Towards the
date.
end of the month. something
Towards
like
the
that.
end of the month. Okay. Yeah. Blue and Green. Just again, this is why I'm a little, just geeking out, starstruck, because I got the writer of one of the all-time best books, Blue and Green, and we're here chatting with us. So we love it, man. And
For me, it's really cool because I think the last time we were chatting about it, we talked a lot about Blue and Green specifically, and it's kind of cool to be here, picking up the Best Writer Award, and we're talking about a book that could not be more different to Blue and Green. And I think it's a testament also to the kind of work that comes from Philippe, comes from Anand in Blue and Green, in that the reason all of my books are so different and yet good is because I put in almost as much effort into making sure I'm working with the right people as I put into making the scripts in themselves. And it's very important to work with people who are working and getting into art and creating art for the right reasons. And I think, Philippe is very much one of those people. So I think one of the eyes on the closed eye on the Nerdy Award belongs to Philippe on the Writer of the Year Award.
Hey, absolutely. There we go. One more time, folks.
No.
One more time, folks. There you have. You heard him. You heard. Oh man.
No, but I have to say this just to be on record that this award is totally deserved. It's really well chosen to Ram. He deserves it, and I think it's great actually that people are enjoying this kind of writing that's a little bit more towards a different direction that Ram is doing. So it's also good that the fans are digging the right book. So congrats, Ram, and
thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time congratulations, everybody at home. Stand up, round of applause.
Do a flip.
You want to hear those claps coming through, man? Much deserved. Standing ovation for Ram and Felipe for creating this year's best book, an all-timer. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr is going down as a classic, folks. There's no doubt about it. We would love to have you guys on the show again, perhaps when you announce or are putting out your next collaborative works, man. We're looking forward to it. Congratulations once again, gentlemen. Much deserved success. for your individual efforts and for Layla Star. Just, I mean, I don't know. We can't say anything else, but it's the best, man. It's the best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it really is. And Felipe, just again, stunning art in that book. Very, very well done. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. And I know we went a little bit past schedule, so I appreciate you guys hanging out and waiting it out.
Man, I appreciate everyone who's still here. Was that right? 2.5 hours, 3 hours now?
Yeah, I mean, we're at 3 hours now. We just crossed.
You guys have some stamina.
Oh man, I cannot feel my legs right now.
I've stopped drinking water because I don't know if I can. Anyways, that's the time. Story for another time. And thank you guys again. Very lucky to have you on. Appreciate it, and we definitely would love to have you guys on the show again. And
I'm sure we will be chatting once again.
Absolutely, much more success in 2022, gentlemen. Thank you for hanging out and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thank you, man, and Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's, guys. All right.
Take care.
Bye now.
Bye.
There you go, folks. Ram and Felipe. Clean sweep, man. Hey, they took home best single issue, best limited series, cover of the year, and writer of the year, man. Very lucky to have those gentlemen on this show for the second time. First time together, but second time each. I can't believe it. So many of you guys still in the live chats, man. You guys are awesome. Listen, thank you guys so much for not only coming out today to hang out with us. This is a small little YouTube channel, eh? We don't have like thousands of subscribers or thousands of followers on the socials, but you guys came out, hanging out with us today, making this an absolute blast. And you guys come out each and every week, so thank you. To show our appreciation, we got a little giveaway for y'all. As I mentioned earlier with some of the books, I got the assigned Jason Liu X-Core number. I think this is issue number 3, and he's so kind and gracious enough he's gonna throw in a copy of the All-Nighter, man. And Al, you threw in a couple.
Yeah, a couple high fives.
No, you got me in there, right? I got. Hey,
did I put you in the?
Hey, ma'am, please, I need an equal shot at that trade.
I didn't see you comment in the chats.
I got Caligula Save here. That's another one of the giveaways.
Bad idea. One day only sell.
Yeah, it was a one day only. Not easy to come by. And some other books, man. I got like a Homesick Pilots. You promised. You promised me what? You promised me darkness. Some other
you promised, yeah.
Some posters. But hey, it's 3 hours, man. I know. Oof, even myself.
Leah, you got that wheel ready?
Yeah. Let's do it up. Let's do it up.
Oh, punctual. We love it.
Hey, and before we forget and we finish off the show, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Leah for helping us out behind the scenes. She's taking down everybody's name who chat and just helping us out in general and being supportive. We appreciate you. Thank you. And despite what Elle may say, you're a real one. Good looking. Appreciate everything that you've done to help us out today. So we got quite a bit of names. Everybody who commented. Hopefully we got to everybody. If not, you can blame Elle for that. Shall we do it? So how are we doing it? Are we gonna? How does this one work? Just click to spin, just one time.
Wait. Are you there?
Shall we bring her in?
You want to click to spin?
Okay, there we go. Here we go, folks. Here we go, folks. Our winner. Hey,
Fulci.
Look at that. Fulci, my man. congratulations. Hey, this guy just won a copy of the all-nighter trade provided by Mr. Jason Liu, and some other cool stuff like I mentioned. So I think he's got the horseshoe up his eyes, eh?
You know what? He did compliment me earlier, so congratulations.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, listen. Yeah, man. Much deserved. And listen, if you want to forward that all-nighter trade my way, hey, I'm not saying you got to. I'm not saying you got to, but I wouldn't be mad. So thanks to everybody who tuned in. Man, 3 hours plus. Oh, how you feeling?
Oh, and shout out to Fulci. He's part of our friends at Pink Buzz. So that's
absolutely
cool. I feel good.
Yeah. I'm pooped.
So this is my last show ever. So it's been real. Bye. What if I just disconnected? I'm just
She's like, that's it. Blocked,
that's
bro.
it. I'm out.
You put me for too much, fam.
Oh, thank you, Fulci. Good looking out.
Damn, homie. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not.
All right.
We'll be here next week.
We got Melissa from Horror Geek Life to thank you for submitting the video. My main man Dragon, Ranger Charles, who am I forgetting? Joey P, and Sofiane, Deviant. Thank you guys all for your help in this, and just being supportive, man. Hey, honestly, man, just being supportive. Like I said, we're just a small little baby channel, but we're trying to put dope things together and have fun with you guys, man. Hey, we all love comics. We're all nerds here, man. And from the chats, it seems like you guys had a good time, so that makes me happy. I don't know if that makes Elle happy. She's always you good?
Yeah, I don't want anybody to watch this.
No, she's like, man.
You said it like that.
Yeah. So one last time, folks, if you haven't already, please smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and I'm pooped out. I'm cooked.
Deviant, it's so funny because we were trying to guess your name based on how you were saying it, and his initial vote was Sebastian.
Stop lying now. Why don't make things up now at the end of the show? Come on, Miss. We've had a nice show up until this point. Now, come on.
Oh, have we?
Hey, thank you guys all, man. Hey, and you guys made it. You add that flavor, that extra dimension, man. Stick around 3 hours. Damn, yo. Hey, can we call it a night? Can we call it a day?
Yes.
Folks, tune in next Sunday. Every week, man. Every week. Every Sunday.
Go back to Copper
Eastern.
Drop next week.
Yeah, back to a regular show. We're bringing you the flavor, the favorites, the classics. Copper Drop, week in review. What else? Maybe some surprises.
With some games.
Yeah. Hey, Ian, thank you for coming through, man. Everybody, man. Everybody was good to see. All familiar faces and new faces in the live chat. So every Sunday we do it up. Thank you guys, man. Oh, you want to hit that end broadcast?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.